Okay. Let's look for Marvin's Facebook. Starting now.
Prayer for Frontliners from a Grateful Nation.
Right. Just go to Marvin's Facebook. You can find
Lord
us.
Jesus, our Savior, you praised the good centurion for caring for his servant.
Please let me know, Marvs, if it's on your
Wrap
wall
our
now.
frontliners with your love as they
Oh,
risk
there.
their lives
There
for
na.
people they do not even know.
Share.
You heal the hemorrhaging woman by allowing her to touch you. Give our frontliners your peace as they touch so many frightened lives. You brought back to life the daughter of Jairus and returned her to her parents. Assure our frontliners the joy of returning to their loved ones as they serve you and save our nation. Already our transformation is happening as we witness their selfless dedication. Divine Healer, may their courage to face danger be not in vain. Please bless the work of their hands, that together with them, we may all know that you are God. Blessed Mother, our frontliners are precious to you, as they are to us. Let them rest on your lap when they are tired, and find comfort in your embrace when they are weary. We ask all these and trust in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
Broadcasting live via Zeno.fm/hitradio online. This is HRO, Hit Radio Online. Hit Radio Online.
Oops, but Vibe Sunday of Hit Radio Online. Of course, with me is the gorgeous DJ, our newest DJ here on Hit Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for DJ Marvin. Hi, Marvs. How are
Hello, everyone.
you?
Hello, DJ Gail. How are you today?
I'm good. I missed you last Sunday. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
Naging busy talaga ang lola nyo.
Well, me too. I've been busy as well. But to everyone, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Good Vibes Sunday with Marvin and Gail. This is
Yeah.
the second episode, and we are very excited to have you this afternoon.
All right.
Last week we've discussed a lot about the good works of Rotary, and coming from an OT practitioner, he discussed about how can we make our work for us.
Right.
So, but this afternoon, I think mas marami makaka-appreciate ng ating episode today because we will be discussing about jobs.
Oh my
Very
God.
important at this point, di ba? Kasi
Yes.
pandemic is happening. We are all under the weather somehow. The economy is under the weather. I mean,
True.
me too, I've been sick over the last couple of days, but we are, well, fighting. And I know that we will make it. That is why we are giving you this opportunity to let you know that there are still jobs out there.
Mhm.
It's only for you to take advantage of that. And
Right.
what are the things that you should do actually to make sure that you are ready for these types of jobs? Because probably the jobs that are available before the pandemic may be a little bit different
That's
from
right.
what we're having right now. So
Yeah.
very excited to have you. We'll be having several guests this
Mhm.
afternoon, experts in their own field, and they will be very happy to engage with everyone out there. I hope you guys would tune in and ask questions.
Right. Yes. Uh-huh. It's gonna be really something different today and really interesting. Of course, we'd like to introduce our guests, but they will do their talks later on. So let's just say hi to Topher from HM. Hi, Topher. How are you doing?
Kaya I was talking on mute. Hi, Gail. How are you? Good
I'm
afternoon. And
good.
hi, Marvin. Hi, everyone. Happy to be here.
Yes, later on. Ayan po, abangan niyo po si Topher. Marami siyang bibigay sa ating work. Exciting. Of course, Emery. Hi,
Yeah.
Emery, also from HCM. How are you?
Hi, Gail. Good afternoon. I'm
Yeah.
good. I hope you're having a great Sunday as well as everyone tuning in.
Yes, wow. Thank you so much for joining us today. And of course, Paolo from Pyramid. Hi, Paolo. Another
Hi,
DJ with
Gail.
a
Hi,
very
Gail. Hi,
nice.
Marvin. Hi, Mari and Cover. Thank you for having us. Talagang good Sunday vibes to kasi we're going to talk about a lot of stuff and we're very, very glad to be here. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. And thank you also for this opportunity. So later on po, abangan nyo po yan mga kaibigan kung ano yung mga job openings from their companies. Now, Marbs, what kept you busy pala for the last few weeks? Kasi hindi tayo talaga nakapagkwentuhan eh.
Oo nga eh.
It's
So
been
aside
few
from my
weeks na.
regular work, a lot of
Mhm.
things happening actually.
Mhm.
I've been all over the place, but there is one thing that I would want to share with our audience today.
Mhm.
This is a particular work that I'm very, very proud of. This is the work of Rotary that we did in one community in Pampanga. Uh,
Wow.
I'm very excited to share it because it feels good that we are appreciated. It feels good that we let the people know that if they need help, there would be help coming along the way, whatever form that is. Di
Yeah,
ba tama naman?
that's really
Normally, yung
true.
mga taong, well, people are helping themselves,
Mhm.
find it that help is always
Available,
available.
right? Yeah,
Di ba?
that's so true. That's really true. Ganun naman
So that,
talaga. That's law of
uh,
attraction, 'di ba? Kung ano yung isipin mo, yun din talaga yung dadating sa'yo. And of course,
tama.
always pray. Yeah. It's also very
Always
important.
pray, always work, always think about the goodness that's around you,
Yeah, that's
instead of
really true.
focusing on the things that would make you, feel bad. Actually, just to share a bit, I was a little bit sick, and then this
Mhm.
morning I felt that I can't move, and I was sad actually.
Oh
And what
my
I
God.
did, just a few simple step is that I just open up my window there, and then I just look at
Oh.
the horizon.
Mhm.
I it's raining, so
Mm-hmm.
but there's still some ray of light out there in the metropolis. I could see that, and somehow it brightens up the mood, di
Oh,
ba?
okay. That's good. That's good to know. At least medyo okay ka na. And maybe drink lots of water then, di ba?
Right, right.
And see a doctor, please.
I will.
Oh. We'll pray for you. We're also praying for all our friends who are, not feeling well right now, who are in the hospital. So, we're praying for you. We're here for you, and God be with you. You just have to be really, ano ba tawag dito? Positive na gagaling kayo, 'di ba? Kasi minsan kung isipin natin, talagang hindi ko kaya 'to, talagang hindi mo kakayanin, 'di
Oo
ba?
nga
Kahit
eh, very
minsan ang
important
hirap.
yun, ano?
Yeah.
Whatever you think might actually come true.
It's
Di
really
ba?
true. Kaya minsan, pag may mga naiisip akong negative, talagang binablock off ko siya. Or, ayoko isipin. Minsan kinakausap ko yung sarili ko, ayoko, yung ganun. Kasi minsan hindi mo maiwasan talaga. It just, really happens. Just go inside your brain and sometimes parang, papraning ka na, oh my God, di ba? Parang ganun. So,
Tama, tama.
yun. Minsan, ganun din ginagawa ko. I go out, nagwawalis ako sa labas, and, ginagawa ko kahit anong pwede kong gawin just to forget those negative vibes. So, afterwards,
And that's
okay
actually
na.
our first tip to our audience this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
If you go the rabbit hole of thinking bad about the situation, you
Yeah,
really
yeah.
dig deep down and be more miserable. So try to
That's
focus
true.
on the good stuff a little
Yeah.
bit. I know it's quite difficult kapag marami tayong problema. Everyone naman has his or her own problem. Kahit ako, marami din akong problema. It's just that hindi ko hinahayaan na mag-focus ako doon kasi hindi naman yan masasolve ng pagiging negative.
That's
So I
true.
try to lighten up the mood and I try to engage with you guys so that I would get positive vibes for me to get by. So that's one thing that I could
Thank you,
um
Marbs.
uh,
Despite that, your situation right now, you're not feeling well, still you're able to make it. I really appreciate that. And that's what we call professionalism. So, thank you. I'm pretty sure it's also parang magandang sign din, that we're really bringing good vibes to everyone. Buti na lang online tayo, 'di ba? At least.
that's right. And it's
you
important kasi the topic na i-discuss natin ngayon, very important and very timely. And I
That's
would want
true.
just to really hear from what is it that Miramed is looking for? What are
Mhm.
the careers that are available for them? What
Mhm.
is it that HCM Nexus can offer to
Mhm.
everyone? I
That's
know that
right.
they have a lot of clients. I
Wow.
know that jobs are there just waiting to be picked up.
Mhm.
All we needed to do is to just actually take that one step to actually log in,
Yeah.
apply, and just say yes. Actually, just say yes, and a lot of doors will be opened.
That's really true. Wow. Amazing. Sige.
All right.
Excited din kami makita what you did for the Rotary thing because I know you're a very active president of our club, Rotary Club of Alabang Danghari. So, ano bang ginawa mo at
Yeah, let me share this little bit of pictures so that everyone could appreciate it a little bit better. Instead
yeah.
of nakafocus lang sila sa mukha ko, baka magsawa sila.
Hindi naman, we have good-looking people also joining us today. Look at them. Oh my goodness,
All
they're all
right.
smiling. Kaya super good vibes this afternoon.
So let me just share my screen.
Okay. Guys, you can also interact with us. Hindi to super, although the topics are serious, but, you can just always, interact pag meron kayong mga ideas. Walang
We will
problem.
give them a proper introduction later
Oo
on
nga.
once people would really appreciate who they are and what are the
yeah.
things that they are talking about.
Right,
It's
right.
quite good, and I'm very happy that they are here.
Yes, me too. Super. And, grabe.
But before that,
Talagang,
a little bit of sharing first of what has been happening over the week
mhm.
in the realm of giving.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So I'm very excited to share with you that we've had this project in one remote barangay in Pampanga. It's called Palinlang,
Mhm.
which is in the municipality of Arayat. So
Oh, okay.
we know about Arayat, the mountain, di
Mhm.
ba? But do we know that there is actually a town called Arayat? in Pampanga. It's a idyllic town, very nice, ang ganda. Pumunta na ako doon maraming beses, siguro mga 4 times. Hindi naman ganun kadami, pero I felt that it's marami na. The people are very, very nice. That is why when they showed me one school with dilapidated walls and roofs and basta magulo yung hindi naman magulo, basta they need help. Nakita ko yung mga estudyante and the teachers shared with me how it can become difficult kasi the students there are children of farmers. So ang nangyayari daw everyday papasok sila, nakasakay yung iba sa kalabaw. And then meron silang tinatawag na sakayan na hinihila ng kalabaw. Nakalimutan ko na yung tawag, pero normally mga bata daw doon, ganun yung sinasakyan.
I tried that. I tried that. Yeah,
So
when
do
I
you
was
know what it's
grade
called?
school. Sa amin kasi iba yung tawag dun kasi I'm Chavacano eh. So it might not be the term for them.
Okay, so what
Pahagad
is it?
kasi, pahagad yung sa amin. So
Ay, baka iba. Baka
iba
iba yung
yun,
tawag.
yeah. Pero I know how it is.
Right. And ang sabi pa nila, immediately after class, uwian nila ng mga estudyante, yung mga bata, tutulong kaagad sa magulang. Magsasaka, magbibilad ng palay. Kasi nga, di ba, it's medyo nakakalungkot, no? Kasi bata pa yon eh. This is an elementary school.
Yeah.
While we hope that yung mga bata nakafocus lang talaga sa pag-aaral at sa mga bagay na hindi pa mabibigat. But of course, there are certain realities that we have to live with. Hindi naman natin yun may iwasan. But what we can do is to share a bit of ourselves and to share a bit of our time, which is what we did. So the picture here that's being shown is a group photo with the Rotary team. We have here various Rotary clubs that are out there, plus the teachers of the elementary school. This project is actually it's called Project Maximum Reach. That's a flagship project of the Rotary Club of Alabang Daang Hari.
Wow.
And in this particular project, a lot of other Rotary clubs joined and participated because it's for a good cause. What is Project Maximum Reach? It's us going to a remote area that needs help. In this particular project, in Palinlang Arayat Elementary School, what we did is to donate laptops. We donated 2 laptops because online education, so they needed the hardware. And they needed more hardware for administrative purposes, doing the modules, printing of modules and all of that. They need that, and they don't have that kind of equipment yet. So we provided. We also provided some bond papers, boxes of bond paper, so that it could help them print out the modules. Kasi ang nangyayari daw, the DepEd would give them the modules to be distributed. But sometimes, because this is a far area, it takes some time to reach the school and minsan late na. Yeah. So we thought bigyan na lang natin sila ng supply para they could print the modules themselves. They don't have to wait. So that's what we did. But the most important thing here is that we have granted scholarship to 40 students, elementary students in Palinlang Elementary School.
That's amazing.
There are a lot of donors that gave in this particular project, and we are very thankful for them for sharing the gift of resources, you know. Yeah. And siguro sa ibang tao it's a small thing, but sa mga taga Palinlang Elementary School at sa mga magulang ng mga bata, malaking bagay ito.
Of course.
We are providing scholarship to for 1 year. For everyone, and we are going to continue that in the coming years, in the next coming years. That's my personal commitment to the Rotary Club of Alabang Daang Hari, that I will personally make sure that Project Maximum Reach in Paninlang Arayat Elementary School will have continuity. even
That's
after my
great.
term ends, which is
Wow.
pretty much ending soon. but
But you'll be
but
the future Gov. Next time we call you Gov Marbs.
don't say that. People might, you know.
Ay, hindi, mangyayari yun. Magdidilang anghel ako. Bakit? I'm proud of President Marvin.
So in this photo, what you can see, there are bread. That's Gardenia. Gardenia is
Mm,
one of our partners in this project. So we gave 500 loaves of bread
wow.
um, in the town of Arayat and San Simon. And
Dami.
yeah, because a lot of people kasi alam naman natin ngayon, 'di ba, marami nawala ng trabaho. That's why we're having this discussion
Yeah.
later on kasi nga maraming nawala ng trabaho and whatever help that we could provide
Mm,
will be appreciated by many, especially to mga bed na to. If you could just see the faces of the people nung nakita nila yung tinapay,
mm.
ay tuwang-tuwa sila.
Grabe,
And
no?
nakakataba ng puso that it's that they appreciate it. Thank you to Gardenia Philippines
Thank
for
you.
the 500 loaves of bread.
Ang
It
bait ni
a
Gardenia
lot
talaga.
of people.
Oo. Ever since talaga, they've been helping Rotary. Kaya super thank you, Gardenia. Yep.
So just share a bit more. This is a photo of the parents of the recipient of the scholarship. So there were 40 of them, but we took photos in that order para there would still be social distancing. Yung the parents are actually teary-eyed when
Yung
they
bait
accepted
talaga.
the scholarship grant because sabi nila makakatulong talaga to para sa mga bata kasi yung iba bibili nila ng uniform, bibili sila ng what do you call that? Yung mga school supplies para
Mm.
magamit ng mga anak nila pwede pa nila sanang gamitin yung pera pambili ng pagkain or gamot.
Oh,
So what we did, it's
nakakaawa.
not only a scholarship grant in terms of tuition fee, although this is a government school, hindi naman ganun kataas yung tuition
Mm.
fee. But the scholarship grant also provides for uniform as well as school supplies to each of the 40 students. We're hoping na next year mas marami pa tayong matulungan. But for
Yeah.
now, it's a small step, but it helped a lot in Palinlang.
Yeah.
That's the picture of the laptop that we gave. We gave two laptops. It's a 14-inch Lenovo that's designed specifically for online education. So thank you to Lenovo as well for giving us preferential rates for the laptops.
Wow. Thank you. Nice.
Okay. Lastly, these are the parents of the recipient of the scholarship grants.
Mm.
So there are 40 of them. We did the kids would want to come sana kaso lang we thought for to be safe hindi na
Oo.
lang. Although Palinlang is 100% COVID free. They
Wow,
don't have
talaga?
any case there. A lot of places in the provinces are actually COVID free. The COVID are centralized in the bigger metropolitan areas like Metro Manila
Oo.
and Metro Cebu. So yung
Right.
mga ganun. But um, a lot in the Philippines are not touched, fortunately, by COVID. But
Yeah. We're so
they are
lucky.
still taking precautions. As you can see, everyone is wearing face masks and face shields.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. This is a picture of the school principal giving us the plaque of appreciation. So they're very accommodating as well. Um, Binigyan nila kami ng mga, kasi 'di ba sa mga school sa probinsya meron yung mga, ano ba
Garden.
yun? Taniman niya, garden,
Mga
taniman. Yung
garden.
gulayan sa paaralan.
Mm-mm.
So we were able to have a taste of fresh vegetables. Nahiya pa nga kami kasi sabi namin, kami na nga yung pumunta para tumulong pero nag-abala pa sila. They let us pick yung mga talong and kamatis and upo.
Mm-mm.
Ano pa ba? Santol, papaya, ang dami eh. So
Dami.
Oo,
Sarap.
nahihiya pa. And pinakain pa nila kami. So,
Ayun ba yung sa
sobrang
picture na kumakain
yeah.
ka? Kaya
Oh,
pala.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, they took photo of me while my mouth is full. So,
Mukhang
so
masarap
that
talaga yung kinakain mo nun eh. Of course, fresh na fresh yun eh.
right,
Diba?
right. So, this is just what happened in that. Uh, while we are showing you these pictures, this is not to brag, but to let you know what we are doing in Rotary. And as I've
Yeah.
said in the last episode, um, there are a lot of donors that are giving, sharing their resources, and
Mm-hmm.
we needed to show them that their donations are actually reaching the intended recipients of the gifts that they are sharing.
That's true.
That is why we do that. Although I'm
Yeah.
very particular not to post pictures of other people because, again, we needed to get their permission. In this particular pictures, I asked them beforehand that we may be sharing photos of you in social media and other platforms, so that
Mm-hmm.
they people would know that the help uh, reach the intended beneficiaries.
Right.
But they agreed. So that's one areas, and hopefully there will be another um, project maximum reach in
Mm-hmm.
another province. I'm working on that one in the province of Palawan, in Puerto Princesa City. So
Oh,
hopefully
wow.
by
That's your
April,
city, right?
that's my city. Yes.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Hopefully by April we will be able to go there as long as it's safe, as long as the community would welcome us, because I
Mm-hmm.
know that it's very strict in the province
Yeah.
of Palawan, because they want to remain COVID free
Yeah.
for good reason. But I hope the project pushes through. It will benefit a lot of marginalized school children. So hopefully,
Congratulations, Marbs. Grabe. So fulfilling talaga yung nakaraang linggo mo. And I'd like to congratulate you and thank you, for always being the banner of our club, Rotary Club of Alabang Danghari. Grabe, Glenn Slaumer na tong president natin. Guys, being a Rotarian, it's not just more of about treasure. It's also about your talent and your time. You can always share your time kung wala kang treasure. You can also share your talent kung wala ka ring, treasure. So, hindi ibig sabihin pag Rotarian mayaman. That's not true. Dahil ako hindi talaga ako mayaman. I just have the talent and sometimes I have the time to share as well. So, that is
ako din.
being a
Hindi rin
Rotarian.
ako mayaman.
Ay, nakakompleto ka. 3 T's ka.
I just have the gut to have
Kaya we always ask, how to be you, Marvin? Grabe, ang hirap talaga.
3 P's game.
No, I mean 3 T's. T's, di ba? Time, treasure, talent. That's T.
3 P's. Okay.
So, yun. I'm just,
Actually, to be able to help, you don't need to be really rich.
right.
The kapag ka nandun lang yung kusa, and you
Yeah,
will find that many are actually willing to help as well.
that's
We just
true.
need to ask them to help,
Yeah,
and they will.
that's right. Parang naging channel lang tayo of their blessings,
Yes,
di
that's
ba?
true. That's true.
Yes, yeah. So I hope you guys, Eva, Paolo, and Topher will also join the club. Or,
Actually, Gail and Marvin, I'm also a member of Rotary Club,
oh, you
Archangel Manila.
are!
Yes.
Oh,
I
wow!
joined
Fellow
last year. So
Rotarian din
I've supported
pala.
several activities also. Kasi most of the members of our club naman, just to share,
Mm.
no, are performers. So last time
Ah,
I was the director of the show that we did online
Wow!
last year, December. So
Yun
yeah,
naman
we've been
pala,
doing
Press Marbs. We can tie up
they
with their
will. They will.
club.
sige, sige, let's do
Let's
that.
talk more about that too for later on.
Oo nga
Cool,
eh.
cool.
What about Sir Paulo?
None pa eh. None pa so far. I haven't had chance to join the Rotary Club. Pero I want to take the opportunity to honor Marva for everything that he's been doing. I
Yes,
mean, sobrang
super.
nakikita namin yan and we hear about it, yung mga efforts nila and the stuff that they do free willingly ha. So
That's
I want to
true.
take this time to honor Marvin and the rest of the Rotary team. Yung club na yan, sobrang galing talaga. Like what you said, I want to echo what you said kanina, DJ Gail, ano, na talagang ang kailangan mo lang is yung kusang loob eh.
Yeah,
Time, treasure, and talent, nandyan yan. One of each can disappear eh. Pero
that's
pag
true.
talagang nandun yung malasakit mo sa kapwa, hindi mawawala yung opportunity to help. So, great
Yeah.
job ka dyan. Great job ka dyan, Marv. Ang galing talaga.
Super.
Sana magbilang anghel si DJ Gail na mag-governor ka.
Ay,
Ano?
naku, sigurado yan.
Kailangan.
Ay, naku, sigurado
Uy,
talaga yan.
it's election season in Rotary nowadays, and people are very what do you call that, sensitive about the topic.
Ito naman ay napag-usapan lang. Base lang
Pero
naman sa...
well-deserved kasi, di ba? Kaya pwedeng natin.
But
Yeah.
Paul is also active sa church niya, even if he's not a Rotarian yet. But I know that he's active sa church niya in the day.
Yeah. That's good naman. Whatever we're doing naman, as long as we're doing it for the grace of God, di ba? Wala talagang problem. And as long as we're doing it all, yung buong puso natin without asking for any return, and that's already good. Kung ano man yung advocacy nyo, as long as ginagawa nyo siya para sa kabutihan ng ibang tao, not for your own good.
That's
Well,
right.
that's really awesome. What about si forgot tuloy yung name yan. Hindi ko tuloy
Marie.
Emery. Are you a member of an
Ah,
organization, a
hindi pa eh.
club?
Hindi pa ako nakapag-venture dun, pero siguro I would like to try yung ganyan kasi maganda, parang gusto ko din talaga yung nag-help sa ibang tao eh.
Yeah.
Like,
Sarap
without
ng
asking
feeling.
for return.
Right.
Parang to see na masaya sila and natutulungan mo sila, yun na yung parang reward mo eh.
Yes.
But actually, just to share, later on I'm going to introduce everyone properly. The works of Emery, Paulo, and Topher is actually helping a lot of people.
Yes.
It's
That's
providing opportunities to them, di ba?
Yeah. Malaking bagay talaga yun.
What's the best help that you could do is to teach men how to fish.
Yes,
And that's what they're
that's
doing.
right.
That's right.
Yeah. Oo
Okay.
nga eh. Buti na lang din nung in-invite ko si Marvin 2015, hindi siya nagalit sa akin dahil kung hindi wala si Marvin ngayon dito at kung hindi siya president namin ng our club.
2015 was the time when I joined Rotary.
Oo. Natakot pa ako nun. Sabi ko, invite ko kayo. Bahala na. Send ko na to. And I'm so happy that Marvin was able to, show up. And there, the rest is history na. And
Hopefully,
now he's here.
I really hope that this pandemic would end very soon so that because
Yeah.
there's so many things that we still want to do to achieve in Rotary.
That's true.
We will keep you posted of the things that we are going to do in the future. But just to be on the safe side, we're keeping it low at this point in time because the cases are really, ramping up in the same way that hiring are ramping up in some companies. The cases are ramping up. It's 7,999 if I'm not mistaken.
Nahiya pa yung one,
Yes,
ano?
indeed.
Nahiya pa
well,
talaga eh.
I hope we all get through this somehow. I hope we all, work together and finish this pandemic pretty soon.
That's
So I think we needed to pause for a break for a few minutes, and then later on we're gonna go into the meat of today's topic, which is Usapang Trabaho.
That's right. Thank you, Marvin, Emery, Paolo, and Topher. We'll be right back. I just want to share this with you. It's actually one of my personal favorite song from Randy Raymondo. It's called Oras. That's why, I always play this because I really value time. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this from Randy Raymondo called Oras here on Hit Radio, Good Vibes Sunday with, of course, DJ Marvin, DJ G, Topher, Paolo, and Emery. Let's watch this.
Paano ko ba gagawin? Minuto ang bawat tiktak ng segundo. Paano ko ba gagawin oras? Ang bawat minuto pagkapiling kita. Bakit ba ang bilis ng panahon pag tayo'y nagsasaya at magkasama? Bakit ba ang bagal ng panahon pag ika'y wala maghapon ay parang taon? Kaya gagawan ko na lang ng paraan bago ang pumaalibadparan. Manonood ng telenovela, makikipaglaro ng pekwa. Mabuti na yan kesa sa magwala. Paano ko ba gagawin? Minuto ang bawat tiktak ng segundo. Paano ko ba gagawin? Oras ang bawat minuto pagkapiling kita. Oras, pwede ka lang pakiusapan. Oras, sana ako ay pagbigyan. Oras, sige kumaripas at bilisan mo na. Pag kami nagkita na, maaari ka nang magpahinga. Paano ko ba gagawin? Minuto ang bawat tiktak ng segundo. Paano ko ba gagawin? Oras ang bawat minuto. Ang araw ay gawing taon. Ang taon ay gawing magpakailan pa man. Pag ika'y kasama ko.
Ronnie Raimundo with Oras here on Good Vibes Sunday. We're back. Yeah. Yeah, welcome back Marvin, Paolo, Irma, Emery, and of course Topher here on Good Vibes Sunday. Yeah. Grabe,
I was
nalulungkot talaga ako.
listening to the song. I actually liked it.
Oo
Congratulations
nga
to
eh.
Rani Raimundo.
Actually, it's one of his old songs. Kaya lang, nag-request lang ako na gumawa siya ng music video. Kasi ayaw niya talaga mag-music video before eh. So,
Okay. Pero
pinili.
good song. I hope it hit the airwaves.
Yeah.
Soon. It's
I
a
actually
good song.
cry whenever I listen to that song. Pinigilan ko lang ngayon.
All right. So everyone, this is your tuning in to Good Vibes Sunday with Marvin and Gail. It's about time that we introduce our panel of guests so that we'll get to learn about opportunities that are out there and
Right.
how do you take advantage of those. So let me first introduce my three of my friends. First, let me introduce to you the Learning and Development Manager of Miramed Global Services, uh, Mr. Paulo Encina. But let me just give a little bit of a background. He is also a TV and radio host with Zoe Broadcasting Network, and this is with Edge TV on Light TV. It's both radio and TV broadcast. He was also an offshore radio jock of One Radio Chicago and a professional speaker as well from Thought Leaders Philippines. He's also a web content writer on joblinksmanila.com. And
Wow.
currently, he is the Learning and Development Manager, as I mentioned, of Miramed Global Services. So let's give it up for Mr. Paulo Encina.
Yeah. Woo.
Yay. Thank
Yay.
you, Marvin. Such a flattering introduction. Honestly, I'm not so used to being the one being introduced, ano, kasi masanay ako na ako yung nagpapakilala ng guest. So, medyo nawiweirdohan ako, kakaiba pala yung feeling pag ikaw yung ini-introduce. But nevertheless, Good Vibes Sunday. Thank you for having me, DJ Gail. Sir Marvin, thank you so much. This is a great opportunity to voice out how we
You're
can help
welcome.
other people. Ano, kagaya nung nasabi mo kanina in the first part of the show with Rotary. Marami talaga mga pagkakataon na tumulong tayo sa tao.
Right.
And it doesn't necessarily mean spending money,
Mhm.
but we can assist and help, and we can do things in so many ways. Hindi lang siya basta mamigay ng pera. No? So thank you. This is such an awesome experience that I'm having right now, and I'm really glad that you paano ba to? Pinaunlakan nyo ang
Nako,
pag-guest ko sa show
kailangan,
niyo.
dapat yata
Yan.
maging regular na natin si Paolo eh.
Oo
Kasi
nga
ano
eh.
yan eh, broadcaster din eh. How's that, Paolo?
Nako, kailangan pag-usapan yan.
Kausapin natin yung manager ni Paolo para payagan tayo.
But thank you for having me on the program. Yun, equally si Topher and Imari, I know we're on the same boat when we talk about the opportunities that we have in store
Mm-hmm.
for our listeners. So again, thank you so much for having me. Um, do I start talking
Yeah,
Yes,
about
please. Yes.
sure.
okay.
We're
All right.
excited.
Okay, so like what I mentioned, I am part of Myramid Philippines Group, LLC. This is actually a global family of companies, pero we're the Philippine branch here in the country. So offshore kami, ano. And for those of you who have not heard about the organization, we're actually a back process office slash coding facility, more on the healthcare side. Some of
Mm-hmm.
the services and solutions that we offer in the Philippines are health information management. We also have coding solutions, accounts receivable management, and also business process outsourcing. Fortunately, we are one of those back processing offices or business process outsourcing solutions that have fought with the pandemic and COVID 19. And I am very, very proud to say that we are still standing strong. So thank you, God. All honor and
Wow.
glory to Him for that. Maraming mga BPOs na medyo sumuko at nagkaroon ng challenges, pero thank God nandito pa rin ang Miramed Philippines Group.
Yes.
Globally, we are part of a family of companies that do risk adjustment solutions, self-pay solutions, emergency medicine billing and coding, oncology
Mm.
data management, trauma registry, and also clinical documentation, just to name a few. So,
Wow.
medyo maganda yung industry that we're in, Medyo
Mm-mm.
siya, standing on solid ground. So,
Right.
Right.
there's a lot of opportunities that are involved with Myramid Philippines Group. Now, for some of our listeners, baka sabi nila, Myramid, ngayon ko lang narinig yan. So, I haven't been able to encounter that. Maybe it's high time since lahat naman is nakakonect sa gadget. It's
Yeah.
high time nowadays that you open a browser, get on Google, and then type in Myramid Philippines so that you get to know more about the organization. Kasi we're a humble organization. We don't brag
Right.
about the name, but we do brag about the productivity that we can do in the service of other fellow men, not only in the country but also outside of the Philippines. So napakagandang kumpanya, and I am more than happy to share the career opportunities that we have right now, the what's in it for you to be part of Myramid. So maraming mga opportunities na nag-o-open. Kanina parang yung nakita ko dun sa logo, Marv, nakita ko dun yung Rotary opening doors for opportunities. So parang
Yes,
that hit
Rotary opens opportunities.
Oo, so that hit me, that hit me na napaka-timely talaga na yun yung nakita ko in the presentation, because I am also a firm believer that when a door closes, a window opens, no? So parating
Yeah.
may opportunity. And
That's true.
amidst a more than 1 year pandemic, Myramid Philippines has still stood strong, tested, tried, 'di ba? Facing every adversity. Nandyan pa rin, 'di ba? Gumagana pa rin, nandyan pa rin ang workforce. There's loyalty in the workforce. And as a matter of fact, we're opening a lot of career opportunities. I hope you don't mind if I get to share. Okay lang
Yes,
ba? If
yes.
I
Oo
share.
naman. Yes,
So,
definitely.
the career opportunities that are currently open within the organization, we're looking for network engineers right up the alley of the millennial, di ba? Mahilig yung mga millennials sa mga technical stuff na yun. So we're looking for
Mm-hmm.
network engineers, customer service representatives that speak both English and Spanish. We're looking for Spanish bilingual reps then. Medical representatives for accounts receivables, insurance verification representatives, and also inpatient medical coders. I mean, nung time ko, if you told me about an inpatient medical coder, I wouldn't know what it is eh. Pero nowadays talaga, people would probably know what an inpatient medical coder is kasi alam na nila yan with the birth of HMO and, insurance, di ba? So, ang
Mm,
dami nang
okay.
nakakilala sa kanila, and it's now becoming a fast-growing career, not only locally but also abroad. So,
Right.
perfect opportunity to be joining an organization who is on solid ground when it comes to these new career paths. So napakaraming pwede niyong malaman. And this is a great time for you to ask if you're watching us live sa stream or sa YouTube channel ng Hit Radio. You can chat us up maybe and ask us several questions about the organization. And
Yes.
that's a great chance to get to know us more.
All right. So I have a few questions for you, Pao, but I will be parking that for later on discussion.
Sure, sure.
I would like to zero in on what you have pointed out that you actually have to help yourselves nowadays because everything is online right now.
Mhm.
You just have to click on that thing to search for it. Because
Yeah.
sometimes, ito yung mga napapansin ko sa mga, nowadays,
Mm.
mahilig tayo sa isusubo pa sa atin yung lahat ng opportunity kailangan isubo sa atin.
Totoo,
Parang
totoo.
'di ba? Sa panahon natin pa hindi no, kailangan natin
Oo, you had to work for it nung time natin Pero
yeah.
now, everything has to be
I,
served
I I hope may balik 'yon yung gano'n na mag-effort tayo ng konti para ma-deserve natin yung opportunity na meron kasi whatever it is na pinaghirapan natin
Yeah.
mas maganda yung reward. Let us
Yeah.
talk more about that later on. Let us
Mm.
talk more about what is medical coding,
Mhm.
what
Oo.
is what is accounts receivable, what is CSR, what is Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's what I'm
when
gonna ask sana kung ano yung mga specific dun sa mga jobs na
Mm.
open.
we'll have
So,
more of that one. We'll go back to Pau in a few minutes. But before
okay.
that,
Mhm.
let us introduce our guests from HCM Nexus. First, we have Rene Christopher Astraquillo, or Topher for short. He is the business solutions consultant of HCM Nexus since the pandemic started. And we are very much interested to know how is business solutions in time of pandemic. And Topher would be able to share that to us later on. Prior to that, he was a freelance project and transformation consultant. He was also a principal global project manager at Teletech and a senior global project manager at Transcom. He was well versed in project management, I suppose, because he was also a project manager for Globe Telecom, right, Topher?
Correct. Yep. Yeah,
Wow.
so medyo ano tayo diyan. In terms of project management, that's really my core no in terms of the skills. So thanks Marvin. No, I'm happy to be here. Thanks DJ Gail as well. And with me here Imari. No, Imari
Yeah.
will be discussing some opportunities as well from our company. So yeah, do you want me to get started, Marvin?
Wait, let me just give
Ah,
a proper introduction to Emery. As you have
sige,
mentioned,
sige. Okay.
she was
Yeah.
also with HCM Nexus as a recruitment consultant for more than a year now. And prior to that, she was a career architect at Asia Select, as well as an intern at the Bank of Philippine Islands. So it's
Wow.
good that you are with HCM Nexus. Emery, I know that you are very young, but I know that the career is with recruitment. So we are interested to learn from you. What is it that the job seekers nowadays are looking for,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you as a recruiter, what is it that you could share with them, and you as a young professional as well, what are the traits that we at this point would should learn about the workforce that are incoming in the years to come. All
Right.
right, so without much further ado, we have here Topher and Emery from HCM Nexus.
Yeah. Wow.
Cool. All right. So good afternoon everyone. Can everyone see my screen now?
Yes. I can see your
Sige.
screen. Yep,
So,
yep.
okay. So again, let me introduce myself. No, again, I'm Topher. I'm doing business solutions right now for HCM Nexus. And of course, we have here Imari. Imari will be discussing later the opportunities that we have for HCM Nexus and our clients. But let me get started with, you know, from our viewers. I just want to understand how many here are looking for jobs. Maybe you can type one or yeah from your browser. Are you looking for opportunities right now? Yeah, so if you are, then this is the right show for you, no? So let me just go through some of the job trends during the pandemic. Just to share with you, actually, unfortunately nga, no, Last year, before I joined back to HM Nexus, I was actually from Teletech. And sorry, I was laid off. I was redundated
Oh,
last year. I was part of that workforce who, was let go. But
Mhm.
yeah, things
sorry to hear about
as
that.
mentioned nga by Marvin, no, when one thing closes, it another door opens. So for me,
Yeah.
it's a great opportunity to be back with HM Nexus. In fact, I'm actually one of the founders of HM Nexus back in 2012.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Okay.
so
You
yeah,
are. Okay.
so there you go. Let's go. Let's get to the meat of the discussion. No? Although this might sound like ano, medyo hindi siya good vibes, medyo bad vibes or whatever, but this is the truth that we have that's happening right now. And I wanna get to that. So these are some of the changes in work situation. No? As mentioned nga, I'm part of that statistics. No, I was laid off or retrenched due to COVID last year. And this data is coming from JobStreet. Um, 32% are still working based on the statistics, no, and 17% were permanently retrenched due to COVID-19. 43% are temporarily not working due to COVID but still employed. Ito yung mga employees that has probably had reduced work hours or reduced pay, given the
Mm.
pandemic. And of course, 8% not working pa rin, even before the pandemic. And some other stats here, no, in terms of impact. So yung mga organizations that are more than 10 years, 55% were negatively impacted. For smaller organization, SMEs, MSMEs, about 45% of them were affected also in terms of their staff remuneration, or meaning yung compensation. And in terms of yung mga what they call this, staff leave, wala namang impact for this one. No? But siguro, I'll jump in terms of happiness level. Given the pandemic, I think most of us naman are affected, no? So Gail, what have you done in the past during the pandemic to keep up?
Well, for
Just to
me,
question.
last year kasi the pandemic started March, right? So up to
Hmm.
February last year, I was so busy because I'm a freelancer. So I host, I handle events. I'm a DJ as well. I was
Mm-mm.
very, very busy for the past few years until Feb, and then come March, I was I was so stressed and got depressed as well for a few months
Mm-mm.
because parang huminto yung mundo ko eh. Syempre I was a very busy person and Marvin knows that. Syempre pag nasa
Mm-mm.
events ka halos araw-araw yun eh. Konti lang pahinga and suddenly it happened. The kids and all talag home, nag-online school lahat. So
Mm-mm.
mga 2 months umiiyak lang ako because I didn't know what to do. I gained weight, I cut my hair. Ang pangit ko talaga. Sinira ko yung hair ko. Sabi ko, wala na, ano na to, end of the world na. And
Mm-mm.
then, one time when I woke up, parang may biglang pumasok sa isip ko, Gail, why don't you do online thing? Just being a DJ again.
Mm-mm.
So I started browsing. I used the power of social media. Doon ako naghanap actually. Naghanap ako ng mga
Mm-mm.
opportunities and I came across with this online station. That was the first station that I got in last year. So doon
Mm-mm.
nag-umpisa yung career ko being an online DJ. It was really I really struggled last year kasi syempre wala pa akong my equipment and all. Pero inunti-unti ko siya and with the help of my friends, with my family as well, my husband, very supportive. So doon nabuo yung mga pangarap ko. And then yung mga friends ko din sa industry, yung mga, artists, they were all also very, very supportive of me whenever I invite them on my show. Kahit walang bayad, they, gladly accepted, just to be on my show. So,
Mm-mm.
doon nag-umpisa siya. So, doon ako lalong nagkaroon ng self-confidence and doon ako lalong lumakas yung loob ko, to help also
Mm-mm.
fellow Filipino artists to do my advocacy. So, doon siya nag-umpisa hanggang sa nabuo yung pangarap ko. And then finally, I'm with this station and I'm very glad that I have partners here right now. And I'm so happy
Mm-mm.
also that Marvin is part of it. So, yun, nag-umpisa lang talaga sa ganon. Alam ko naman, marami ring nag-umpisa sa ganon na depressed sila. But, just have to get up. You just have to pray to God and ask for
Correct.
guidance because God is always there. He won't leave you talaga as long as you believe. It will definitely happen. It really happened to me as
Mm-mm.
well. And I'm really, I should say that marami ng miracles nangyari sa buhay namin. My husband's still bedridden, but here we are still, surviving. I have 3 kids who are all going to private schools, online schooling lahat. Pero, kaya lang. As long as, may chance pa na gumising, na every day is really a blessing na talaga for me. So, I just,
Correct, correct.
I'm just doing my best, do more
Hats
shows
off
and
to
try
Mm-mm.
to,
you. You're
yeah.
very strong, actually, and
Oh my God, super
for your kids.
talaga. But there are
Yeah,
times
we just,
I just break down and cry. Pero sabi ko, anong mangyayari sa akin if I'm just gonna cry? I don't want my
Right.
kids to see
mm-mm.
me crying. So,
Correct.
tuloy lang ang buhay. Ganun lang talaga siya. Kailangan mo lang
Correct.
talaga
Nobody
maging
can help
busy.
us but ourselves, right? Right, Gail?
Yeah.
And
Ganun lang
everyone.
talaga. You
So
just really have to help yourselves. Yeah.
correct. So this data shows that as well, no? Across all industries, across the different monthly salaries, technically all of us are affected by the pandemic.
Yeah. That's
And some
true.
other changes in terms of employees and employers, particularly, yun nga, most of us shifted from for those luckily who are still employed, shifted from working on site and now working from home.
Yeah.
Most of the other changes or impact, walang bonus, reduction in
Yeah.
salary, of course, definitely wala ring career progression. Syempre, we have to be, kumbaga, as an employer, you have to think of, the long term for now. How can you survive? So
Right.
these are just some measures, no, that were implemented by employers for their employees to still continue working. So I'm proud for
Mhm.
for companies such as Miramed, no, despite the pandemic, sobrang tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung
Wow.
hiring. And I even, since I'm doing
Congratulations.
business dev, no, for HCM Nexus, I was even able to close about 20 plus new clients, and those new
Wow.
clients are still
Grabe.
continuously hiring despite the
Right.
pandemic. So parang,
Galing
what
ah.
is it really the pandemic? Pero parang, di ba, parang dami pa ring hiring. So parang
You should
you
really
just
be
really have to
thankful
be,
that you were retrenched, sa
oo nga.
Teletech.
Actually, oo nga, it really opened doors, no, for a lot of
Yeah.
opportunities as well. So yeah, so these are just some of the impact, no, salary reduction. I won't go through the details anymore, and changes in scope of work. Sometimes yun nga, it's not just change in the salary, but even the roles, no, nagkaroon ng shuffling in terms of the
Mm.
organization. It really happens across
Yeah.
all industries globally. And ito yung mga some of the employee concerns, no, so concerns about family finances. Syempre, nawalan ka ng
Yeah.
work or mababawasan ka ng income, ang daming problema, no, ang daming issues, no, but sometimes you have to, again, as mentioned nga kanina, you have nothing to do but to help yourself. No one else is gonna be there
Right.
for you.
That's
So
so
yun.
true.
So correct. So anyway, so these are who are more likely to work from home, no? So based on the statistics also, mostly mga full-time. Yeah, mga full-time.
Mm.
And in terms of salary, ito yan. We have that data. For industries, I think ito, surviving talaga and even projected to grow even for the next 6 months and 1 year. Definitely contact centers, BPO,
Yeah.
both knowledge process outsourcing, or yung mga back-end and front-end. When I say back-end, yun yung mga finance accounting. And then front-end, yun yung mga CSRs. No, the
Mm.
phone or email or chat support. So yan yung mga ina-outsource right now. Not just here in Metro Manila, but even we have sites in Davao, Visayas, no, that are supporting this globally. Banking and financial services are also there. IT, definitely, it's growing. Most of the businesses right now are actually shifting, no, from traditional services to IT. Most actually even shifted to automating everything. GCash is a unicorn company right now.
Yeah.
Given the shift, no, of yung
So
what they call
far,
these transactions,
you
right?
might want to
So
tell our audience what is a unicorn.
unicorn is so fast, sobrang in terms of growth of the company, no?
Yeah.
Ang bilis. It's
Please
like,
Mhm.
paabot ng coffee, kuya, may
if
straw.
you look at the graph of the growth of the company, it's
Yeah,
a
mine
unicorn
too.
company is multi-billion already in terms of revenue, no? And it happened in a very very short span of time.
Right, right.
Yeah, so there. For this one naman, ano ba ba? Sorry. For the job functions hiring in the next 6 months. So if you are in this industries, you're safe. If you're not, maybe you can try to shift, no? Look for
I'm
other
looking for my
industries.
industry. Where is it?
Uh,
Actually, this
accounting.
particular slide is very important. I hope our audience is able to catch this one because
Mm,
what are the jobs of tomorrow? That's what we're looking for. That's what we should be talking about. What are the jobs that we
Mhm.
should be looking out for today and tomorrow? Because the jobs have shifted.
Mm.
Pre-pandemic days, there's a different demand. Right now, it's a different demand too, with a lot of work from home, with
Mm.
technology
Mm-mm.
that are fast changing, making sure that we are able to adapt. So these are the type of jobs that will remain out there. So if you notice, accounting is a traditional job, but it's still out there. So
Mm.
Correct.
something ponder.
Yeah. Ah, I saw na
Mm-mm.
ano, my industry, andun, marketing, public relations. Okay, I'm gonna survive.
Yes.
Buti na
Sales is
lang, it's
number
still
two.
there.
Yeah. Sales
Okay.
is number two, no? I think for all companies, this is crucial. Kung walang sales, walang everything else.
Oo,
So,
yes,
yeah, so
that's
that's
true.
really there. IT, as I mentioned earlier, it's everyone's moving to automate everything, in terms of the process. Admin
Right.
and HR, we come in, HM Nexus, definitely we can help you. I'll go through our other services also later. And of course, banking and finance. I'm not seeing here. Oh, there you go. Hospitality is there as well, and health services. Those are booming industries, no, coming from the clients that we are talking to also, and they're hiring aggressively. In terms of job levels, no, that's hiring. CEO definitely 1% lang yan. Most of the employees are in the junior specialists and employees. Of course, entry level roles are still there. Sorry, entry level roles are still there. Mid levels are next in terms of career progression that are hiring right now. So for me, given the pandemic, most of us have been laid off, redundated, or we have reduced our hours. So for me, I'd like to give this as a tip for those who are trying to or looking for them for their careers to progress faster. There are a lot of online tools, online training that you
Right.
can enroll to Udemy, and such that you can skill share. You can upgrade your knowledge para at least when you apply or reapply, for example, for work, mas you have the edge that you have taken advantage of the pandemic regardless. No, kahit wala ka man opportunity in terms of work, at least you're growing on the yourself in terms of your skill set. All right. In terms of options for job seekers, I'm giving four options. Of course, if you want to apply for opportunities, the traditional way is for you to go through their company website. So if you're eyeing for, let's say, Coca-Cola, whatever, Google, or yeah, or corporations, what you can do is you can go to their job portals directly and apply there. Another option is for you to look for opportunities using job sites, no, LinkedIn, JobStreet, JobsTV, Monster. These are some new websites. Nuvo is one. It's a new player right now. And then recently, given the pandemic, even before the pandemic, there have been an increase in terms of online freelance work. This is the new OFW, as they say.
Oo
Online
nga, no?
freelance work. Yeah,
OFW.
correct. I'm coining it from another webinar that I attended to. They're calling us na OFW na rin. 'Cause technically, yun nga, even the OFW, the traditional OFW are moving, di ba? They're repatriated back to the Philippines and wala silang work right now. And
Right.
what are they doing right now? Most of them shifted to online freelance work. Sobrang in dito ang mga what do you call it, those who are in design, creatives. Ayan, they can do their work remotely also. Consultancy work, you can do this online freelance work, no, as well. And of course, you can seek help from headhunting companies such as HCM Nexus.
Hmm.
So let me just go through quickly some of the benefits. If you're an employee, why would you give your profile or submit your CV to a headhunter? Now, definitely one of the benefits there is for recruiters can help you do the job search for you. We have visibility in terms of what's in the market, ano yung hot selling positions right now, what positions are in demand. We can definitely give you access to that. We can also give you access to multiple job openings at once. We can also help you in terms of better matches, no, for job and companies. And even actually, I'm sharing my personal experience also kasi most of the jobs that I had in the past through a headhunter. I applied through a headhunter, and they can even negotiate for you for better rates, better, and then they can give you career planning also. Syempre, let's say for example, this is your experience, no? The headhunters can give you better career plan na parang I think you're fit for this role.
Right.
You can probably shift or maybe modify your CV a little bit para it can fit the description of the work that we will be endorsing you for example. So that's something that our company can help you with. HM Nexus, us, we have recruiters there to assist you in terms of your career planning. Recruiters can also help you throughout the process, no? Hindi ka na kailangan maghabol with the client kasi we will definitely link you up with
Oo.
them in terms of the process. And then lastly, no, for benefits naman for employers. Syempre for employers, definitely when you open a job requisition, let's say for example, LinkedIn, JobStreet, JobsDB, for example, or even your own website, sorry, you're going to be receiving multiple applications, even thousands even, for
Right.
some, no? Lalo na kung maganda yung social media presence ng company, you'll receive a lot of that. And sometimes it's hard to sift through all those CVs, no? And that's where we come in. Headhunters help you sift through all of those applications. And then of course when we submit to you endorsements in terms of the applicants, must fit siya based on the job description, the qualifications that you require, and definitely less work for you.
Mhm.
This will definitely save you time and resources kasi nga konti na lang yung kailangan mong i-sift through or i-interview, for example, to qualify for that role.
Correct.
And in the long run, this is going to be cost efficient as well.
Right.
But sige, let me pause there for ang dami kong nasabi. Any questions from anyone from the panel or
Thank you,
from the
Tupper,
listener?
for that presentation. Kudos to HCM Nexus because what you have shown us are actually data-driven uh, slides, and these are the information that we need nowadays. What are the jobs that we should be looking for, and the knowledge that you have shared with us that is going to be beneficial to job seekers out there.
Definitely.
Just to share a bit as well, in my last three companies, I've been placed by a headhunter. So that's I trust headhunters, and I know that they will be able to provide a good fit. They could even negotiate for you in a position of strength to your prospective employers. Because if
Mm-mm.
you are going to, let's say, negotiate it directly, there is a certain communication that you needed to learn, and headhunters are better suited to negotiate on your behalf. That's
Correct.
why. So on most executive searches usually happen through headhunters,
That's right. Mm.
right? And even for companies like, let's say, Miramed, sometimes they engage in headhunters um, for ease of hiring, because
Mm-mm.
headhunters would only endorse candidates that are qualified, because
Mm.
Correct.
whatever happens, it is still a word of mouth business. If one company is not satisfied with the services of this particular headhunter, it will go up.
Mm-mm.
So
Correct. Yeah.
rest assured that each of the headhunters out there is providing their best candidate
Mm-mm.
objectively. That's the word that you could probably use. Objective way of endorsing candidates. All
Mm.
right.
Correct.
So I think we're going to proceed with Emery for more jobs, but Topher, let me get back to you later on what are you've mentioned that in doing business solutions or business development work for Nexus nowadays. I'm interested to know what are the recent contracts that you have opened up. Of course, you don't discuss the company, but what are the types of jobs
Yeah.
Okay.
that are out there? Because that's what our audience would have to learn so that they will be able to adapt. It's
Mm.
adaptability is actually the name of the game right now, because I remember before pre-pandemic days the question is globalization and
Yeah.
a lot of automation. People are afraid that automated systems will take away their jobs. And suddenly, pandemic happened, and there it took away jobs. and
Correct.
it's been replaced by automated stuff.
Yeah.
But what they don't understand is that for automation to work, people will have to invent it. People will have to work on it. So the jobs would still out there for humans, but the skills have changed.
Right.
So
That's
let's
definitely
talk
correct.
about that later on. What are the skills that are needed for the jobs of the future
Yeah,
or
and
the
Marvin,
Mhm.
yeah, I see here on our live. There's several questions from Sir Melton John Descatamento. Would you
uh-huh.
like to read this or later na after they discuss?
You could probably read one and then we'll proceed with Emery.
Okay, kasi there's five here. So, Melton John Destacamento, I think he's our kasama natin sa club, I guess. Questions from my students who are watching right now. The first question, sir, nowadays, experience will play a big part in applying a job. However, we, being a fresh grad and only the on-the-job training is our baon. Question, how can we gain more experience if they don't want to give us a chance to gain that?
I'll answer that first and then I'll let Topher and Paolo.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
first you have to change the mindset.
Mm,
It's a competitive world out there,
okay.
and you should, in your own way, improve yourself. Do not wait for just anything to happen. Do not wait for this company to have an opening. Do not wait for that company to reach out to you. Reach out to them because
Okay.
you will not be
Mhm.
noticed. There are thousands of job seekers out there. Learn how to connect, learn new skills, read. It's a perennial question of how can I gain experience if I am not provided with any. But the
Mm-hmm.
truth is, companies would want to provide you with experience, but they have to look into the bottom line. They have to look into the
Mhm.
operational exigencies and requirements. I need to have my company working at tip top level. So for that, I would need to have an employee which can do the job at the fastest possible way. Normally, that can be done by someone with experience, but it can
Mhm.
also be done by someone with high potential. So how can you make, if you don't have an experience yet, make sure that you have a high potential. And if you would always ask why, and not work on the how, and the knowledge itself, you will not gain any experience and you will not gain that potential. So if you don't have experience, increase your knowledge and be proactive. That's the best thing that I
Mhm.
could advise you to do.
Thank you, Marvin. I hope Melton Marvin was able to answer your first question.
Please
Um,
take note of the other questions and then we'll ask that later on.
okay. All right. Sige. Thank you, Mars. Thank you.
All right. Okay, I think Emery will have to. Or Topher, are you done with the?
Sige, I just have a few more slides, no, quickly
Okay,
lang. I'll introduce the company lang, again, quickly, no. And siguro while I'm pulling this up, I just want to add to that, to
yeah.
what Marvin mentioned, no, in terms of yung new grads having a dilemma of bakit hindi sila na-hire. Just to give some tip also in terms of hiring, no, most HR now hire based on soft skills versus hard skills. Let
Right.
me clarify that. Soft skills are your personality. If you have the drive to learn, you have
Mm,
the parang your eagerness to learn new things,
that's true.
makikita yun, makikil yun ng recruiter whenever they try to talk to you. Even if you don't have the technical know-how, which is the hard skills, no, as we call it also, ayun, the hard skills, most companies, ayun, hindi naman yun yung hinahanap nila eh. It's the personality. So, you have to shine talaga whenever you're having interviews. You have to show na, hey, I'm eager to learn. I've done this in the past, no? So, things like that. So, that's what the recruiters are usually looking for. And siguro yun, Paulo and Marie, before you want to add to that also, to that question, before I proceed.
Yeah, I want to echo lang what you both said. Ano, tama yun. Ano, more than aptitude, talagang attitude yung kailangan eh. And I agree. Ako nga, I've stopped using the term soft skills. I would much rather use the term essential skills nowadays. Now I
Essential
use
Mm,
the term
skills.
essential skills kasi talagang kailangan siya eh, you know. Eh, pagka ang pagkakaintindi kasi ng isang individual or ng applicant in this case is soft versus hard. Parang iniisip nila, product knowledge at saka yung
Mm.
foundational training, 'di ba? Pero pag sinabi mong essential skills, it's a given that before you take on a task or a particular role, dapat nandun na yun eh, 'di ba?
Mm.
So, it's very very important that everybody's open to learning new information, everybody's open to undergoing training. Learning is something that's supposed to be continuous. Eh. It
Yeah,
shouldn't stop
Mhm.
talaga. Parang
definitely.
walang pinipiling edad yung information eh. Whether you're
Mhm.
14 or 40 or 60 or 65 or you're going to retirement, you never stop learning talaga. And that's just me coming from the perspective of learning and development. Ano? Dapat tuloy-tuloy yan siya. So I totally agree with your sentiments tungkol dito. So if you guys are listening right now, you're looking for a job, natatakot kayo kasi wala pa kayong experience, do not be afraid. Kasi as long as you have the right mindset, as long as you have the right attitude, you're gonna get everything else. Diba? Ganun lang
Mhm.
kadali yun. So,
And
pwede niyo pang i-base yan dun sa data na shinare ni Topher kanina.
Yes.
one more thing, just one last thing. Don't be so choosy nowadays because I get to talk to a lot of people and say that I don't want that kind of job because that's not what I studied for. Yung iba sinasabi na, oy, call center job lang yan, hindi yan para sa akin.
Mm.
Guess what? I graduated from De La Salle University with a master's degree in organizational psychology. But I took on the job of a customer service representative
Yep.
as my first job. So don't give me that, that
That
reasoning that
attitude,
hindi
'di
hindi ko
ba?
yan yung pinag-aralan ko kasi
Oo.
ang mangyayari sa iyo is mapapag-iwanan ka eh if you get to be so choosy.
That's
Um
true.
person
Mhm.
one and person two, itong QC na to and then itong isa, and then you only have one job. Pag kinuha ito ng isang tao, yung isang QC mapapag-iwanan siya. And then sooner or later that other person is a manager while the other one is still a QC person.
Yeah, that's true.
Experience is still experience kasi
That's right.
in
That's
terms of
right.
career growth. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Ako rin, I wanna share my experience lang before we move on with Imarie. I'm a computer engineering graduate. So that's a 5-year course, but we don't have board exams. So swerte ako, but I really wanted to become a lawyer. But when it comes to jobs, I started working when I was in second year college. So I was a working
Mm.
student and hindi ako
Wow.
choosy. Oh yeah, my first job was a crew sa Dunkin' Donuts. That's in our hometown.
Right.
So nagtatrabaho ako a day pag half of the day I'm studying and then pag wala na akong pasok diretso na ako sa Dunkin Donuts. So yun yung naging work ko hanggang sa naging third year college ako. And then there was an opportunity to be a DJ. Ayoko nung una kasi sabi ko anong alam ko diyan. Pero pinilit ako ng friend ko, hinatak niya ako. Hindi ka dito, pwede ka, kayang-kaya mo. I failed the first time, tinanggal ako kasi nga hindi ko talaga alam yung gagawin ko. But I really took it as a very good experience. And then from then on, lumipat ako sa ibang station hanggang sa nakagraduate ako. But I never had a job related to my course, to as a computer engineer. But I'm thankful kasi marami ako na-meet ng mga tao and I was never choosy. Nag-call
Mhm.
center ako dito sa Manila. My first call center job was, hindi ko na sasabihin dahil tinanggal din ako sa training dahil bumagsak ako. Pero I never stopped. I
Right.
applied and
Right.
applied hanggang sa nakapag-work ako sa Sutherland Global Services and that's where I had my big break. I applied there as a call center agent. PayPal, yung account ko noon. And then there was an opening for HR. Nag-apply ako kahit wala akong experience. Talagang lakas ng loob. Sabi sa akin, sino ba itong
Mhm.
nag-a-apply? Ganyan. And then I was hired. So there, I met Marvin. So ganun lang yung buhay, di ba? Huwag tayong choosy. Kahit hindi naman yun ang course natin, kung wala na talagang available na trabaho at kailangan mong mabuhay, kailangan mong
Mhm.
kumita, grab mo na yan. Dahil someday, marireach mo pa rin naman yung dreams mo, di ba? Kung ano
Right.
man yung
Right.
pangarap mo.
Correct.
Basta,
Yep.
ano lang, slowly lang. Hindi naman pwede pagka-graduate mo, director ka na agad, di ba? Or manager ka na. Kasi yung iba, ganun kasi iniisip nila. Ganun yung perception nila. So, try to change that. Lalo
Mhm.
na yung attitude. Kasi, I'm pretty sure ngayon, yung mga companies, isa sa basehan na rin na kaya na nilang mag-fire ng employees when they, may mga bad attitude, di ba? Tama ba
Oo.
ako? Parang
Tama
isa na
yan.
rin sa mga ano. So, especially sa mga millennials who are watching right now, and my kids are also listening, sabi ko sa kanila, you have to change that kind of attitude. Yung mga ganyan klaseng attitude, hindi po pwede yan sa
Mm.
ganitong mundo. So, you have to change that, learn lots of skills. Kahit ako, ganito na yung age ko, pero I'm still learning. These are all new to me, etong online na to, but I learned from my son, from my kids. So, still
Yung
thankful.
purpose talaga, no? The
Yeah.
reason for living is very important.
Yeah. Basta wag lang tayong choosy. Kung ano yung nasa harapan natin, grab natin. Basta hindi lang siya masama. Carry lang yan. Kaya
Basta
natin
hindi
yan.
masama.
Oo. Tsaka wag tayong
Sabi nga
matakot.
nila,
Diba?
sabi nga nila DJ Gail and Marvin, ang mga bagay na nakukuha mo ng mabilisan, nawawala rin ng mabilis. Pero
That's
kapag ka
true.
pinaghirapan, tumatagal yan, di ba?
Correct. That's definitely
Parang
true.
relasyon lang din daw.
Ay,
Ay.
Wag yan. Wag
Hugot
yan.
talaga. I like that.
Oo.
So, ganun na.
Balikan natin yan mamaya. Balikan natin yan.
Balikan na sa pagbabalik niya.
Alright, so I think we should go
That's
to
serious.
si Marie now for the other updates.
Sige.
Alright.
Okay, go ahead, Marie, ikaw naman lang mag-share for the
More
company
jobs from
profile.
Emery. Wow.
Okay, hold.
So Emery will talk more about our company HCM Nexus and then the opportunities that we have as well for our clients. No? Go ahead, Emery.
Wow.
Okay, hold on. I'll share my screen.
Okay.
Hold on.
Sige.
There, can you see my screen?
Yes. Wow. Ang cute naman ng presentation. I like it.
Kasi gusto ko yung hindi sobrang formal since it's a Sunday and good vibes, ganon. So,
Siguro na-influensyahan ka ni May at saka ni Mars. Kasi mga plants ko.
Ang cute eh. Kita mo yung mga
I think
bees
related
nila.
naman to HR, so I do recruitment, ganon. So, yan, may mga
That's nice.
So,
It's very
Aliw
creative.
nga, aliw.
So, yun, I would like to introduce our company lang in a brief way. So, our company name is HCM Nexus. So, some fast facts about the company. We were established in 2012, and by 2019, we're already an end-to-end HR solutions provider. So, we actually provide service for three major departments. So, one is talent acquisition, second is human capital management, and third is learning and development. So for talent acquisition, nag-start yung service noong 2013 and we have already 309 placements for niche, mid to upper management roles. And then we also have 477 contracted employees to date in additional pa dun sa 309.
Wow.
And then for human capital management, the service started noong 2017 and currently we have 8 clients for outsourced HR management. And for learning and development, recently lang siya nag-start. So it started noong 2019 and we have 8 clients with recurring business. So I would also like to mention some industries we support. So that's financial services, healthcare, media and entertainment, consumer, retail and e-commerce, energy, telco and utilities, manufacturing, tourism and hospitality, automotive and logistics, technology and outsourcing. So for the next slide, as mentioned kanina, ito yung tatlong major departments na we offer. So under talent acquisition, we have outsourced staffing, contingency or executive search, and recruitment process outsourcing. And under human capital management naman, we offer HR audit, policy review and crafting, outsourced HR management, and payroll management. And then under learning and development, we have human interaction, corporate excellence, and management essentials. So since I'm from recruitment, I'm a recruitment consultant in HCM Nexus, I would like to focus more on recruitment since yun din naman yung topic for this afternoon. It's relating to Trabaho. So for our recruitment services, we do contingency and executive search, staff augmentation, and recruitment process outsourcing or RPO. And then I would also like to mention recruitment process so that yung mga listeners, they can see kung paano na ba yung process ngayon ng pag-process ng candidates. And then yung other job opportunities na meron kami na ma-offer. So for the processes, we do sourcing first. So sourcing yun yung mga job portals like JobStreet or LinkedIn, or if kunyari may nagpasa sa amin ng resume, that's under sourcing. And then we call them and do a comprehensive interview. So we ask few questions about the job, like yung job history, ganon. And then after that, we endorse them to the client. So whichever man yung client na pinag-a-applyan nila, i-endorse namin sa kanila. After that, andun din yung client and candidate management wherein, syempre, we'll be supporting you all throughout the recruitment process. So if kailangan ni clients na schedule kayo for interview, we'll be there to help you. And if may questions kayo about the role, we'll be there to help you then. And then, syempre, the last step is placement. So that's, andyan na yung mga onboarding and yung mga job offers, ganon. And then for the job opportunities, we actually have multiple positions in different specializations right now. But there are 4 major industries that I want to mention kasi that's what we have a lot of requirements on. So I think that's the industries na super booming talaga right now. So first is yung healthcare industry. So currently we have openings in QA medical coder, inpatient medical coder, trainer medical coder, and USR and team lead. And then the next industry is sales and marketing. So these are some of the positions that we have. So we have sales operations and analytics supervisor, regional marketing manager, social media manager, mga sales executive. There, you can see it on the screen. And then, actually, right now, I think majority of our requirements is from IT. So under a big industry then is yung technology. They're really booming right now. So here are some of our requirements. So Magento developer, email developer, full stack web developer, more on developers right now. And mga engineers, yung mga Azure Cloud engineers, ganon. And then we also have opportunities for those who are in a senior leadership position. So mga head of HSE. So HSE is health, safety, and environment. And then CMOE manager is contract management and operational excellence manager. And then mga operations director, senior manager, mga AVP for HR, and VP for IT. So these are some of the positions lang na meron kami, pero if you're interested to know more, it's not limited to this naman. We have other industries then like accounting, ganon, lawyers, ganon. We also hire for them. But if you are interested on any of the specifics ng opportunities na pinakita ko before, that was flashed a while ago, you can visit our career page at www.hcmnexus.com/careers, and you can find the job description and other details that are needed for the roles before. You can also find there yung mga positions na hindi ko na-mention just in case you want to check it out kasi maybe you're looking for a job right now and you might see something na interested ka doon. Or you can directly send your resume to jobs@hcmnexus.com and then we'll process your application accordingly. Like we can match your qualifications to an opening that we have. Ganon. Yes. Yep, that's it for me.
All right. Marie, just one question to start it off. How many open requirements does HCM Nexus have in total?
Sorry, what was that?
How many requirements does HCM Nexus have in totality?
I think right now we have over 60.
60
Yeah,
jobs.
over 60. Not the exact number, but over 60.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
So there's a lot of jobs that candidates can explore on that you can find sa career page. So if you want, you can visit the career page.
Please do, to everyone watching, that's the website or the email address of HCM Nexus. So they have 60 job openings with various clients. So that is 60 less people not having a regular income.
Yeah.
All you needed to do is just send your resume as the first step.
Yes. Just be proactive in looking for a job. Like, go out there and pass talaga for resumes.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, Marie.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Wow.
Topher. All right. So before we go over to the questions from our audience, I am very much interested to learn more about the practices of both HCM Nexus and with Miramed.
Yeah.
So let me start with Paolo first. Paolo, how many of your employees are, or are you still working off-site or on-site nowadays?
Mark, we're actually a combination of both. So we have employees who are working on site. minimal number lang. And then we also have staff who are on flexible working arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
So combined siya kasi we want to follow the protocols that are given by the local government as well. Na
Right.
hindi masyadong crowded yung office spaces, and also for the welfare and security na rin ng mga employees natin para ma-contain yung hawahan. Alam naman
Right.
natin na sobrang rapid and we're fighting an enemy that's not visible. So we take extra precautionary measures for everything at all times. So
Right.
combined siya as of this time.
Ah.
Um, Tapos, sorry, singit ko na rin, ano, sabi niyo kanina, pinapag-usapan niyo ni Imari kanina na you have currently 60, you're looking for 60 people. That's, di ba parang may lumabas na list na there's about 4 million na unemployed currently at
Mm.
this time. So 4
Yeah.
million minus 60, dagdagan pa natin, bawasan pa natin yung mga unemployed. So I'll take this opportunity na rin to
Please
our
do.
listeners right now. You can actually go visit our website. It's www.miramedgs.com. I'll repeat lang www.miramedgs.com to find out more about the organization. Or you can also give us a call. Our landline numbers are 8470-4485, 8470-4485. And also you can reach us through our mobile phone, which will be answered by our sourcing and recruitment team at 0917-820-7927. Ulitin ko lang, 0917-820-7927. Or if you feel like you want to take the risk and you're within the area, come visit us. We are at 15th floor, 1 Corporate Center, Julia Vargas Corner, Meralco, Ortigas Center, 1601 Pasig City. Just make sure may Pasig Pass ka. Okay? Para makadaan ka doon.
Kailangan may
Alright.
Pasig
Now,
Pass. Okay.
just a question. You mentioned na may mga employees kayo na pumapasok sa office. How do you
Yeah.
make sure that there is safety protocol? Or what are the safety protocols that are out there?
Yeah, that's a
For
really good
Miramed?
That's a really good question, ano. Dahil nga nasa building yung office namin, ano. So, apart from the building protocols for sanitary purposes, we also have an entry form. We let them fill out an entry form na may truthful healthcare declarations, na
Mhm.
wala sila ng mga symptoms. We do regular temp checks. Tapos, because we show a lot of malasakit to the people who make the business survive, ano, we also offer them shuttle services.
Okay.
Siyempre, pumapasok na nga sila, tapos pahihirapan pa natin mag-commute,
So
makikipagsiksikan.
this is for all employees coming to the office. You
Yeah,
provide shuttle
yeah,
service? Okay.
yeah. This is for all our employees. Ano, we provide shuttle services for them. We schedule them. Pero mind you, yung shuttle services namin, hindi rin namin pinupuno at full capacity. So we
Right.
want to make sure that's physical distancing, para ma-ease din yung burden nila na pagod
Mhm.
na nga sila magtrabaho sa office, tapos magko-commute pa sila or maghahanap pa sila ng sarili nilang parking. I mean, we all know that Ortigas is notorious for parking spaces
Oh,
or
yeah,
lack
that's
thereof, diba?
true.
So, those are some of the things that we do for them. And also we ensure sanitation of the entire workplace. Yan, ano, we set up stations with alcohol. We regularly clean common areas. We make sure that face masks and face shields are always worn within the office.
Right.
As much as we can, aligned with the local government protocols talaga.
So,
I have a question. Sige, after you, Marvin. Sige, go.
you mentioned na merong transportation services. How does that work? Sinusundo ba sila sa bahay? May pick-up points ba? Or they have to go
Oo,
somewhere para
paano
sunduin
pala?
sila doon?
Oo. Initially, nung hindi pa ganun ka strict, ano, kasi nowadays meron tayo nung granular lockdown, and then at some point in time we experienced yung parang ECQ talaga na sobrang higpit. Nung time na yon, we had pick-up points and drop-off points lang kasi yung shuttle services, they can't go inside some streets and some areas kasi nga may major lockdown. So we had to do pick-up points lang. But now, we've become more adaptable and flexible in terms of picking them up. Kapag kakaya silang sunduin right in front of the doorstep, we do. Pero pag hindi naman, pag masikip yung sasakyan, I mean, imagine a van pulling in into a street na sobrang motor lang yung kasya. It's pretty
Oo.
impossible naman, ano. So, we make arrangements with them na maybe you can meet at this place and then we'll pick you up na lang from there. They're in constant communication naman, both our corporate services team and also the shuttle services, which
Alright.
are third-party vendors. So, talagang safe na safe yung mga employees natin.
That's
Okay.
good.
And
That's good to
one last
hear.
thing. Is it true that that you are providing food as well?
That's
Mm.
true. That's very true. Kagaya ng pinag-uusapan natin kanina, food is essential. Kitang-kita naman sa katawan ko, food is life, 'di ba? So, talagang advocate kami niyan sa Miramed, ano. Yes, we provide free meals to our employees. Ayaw namin silang magutom dahil ang taong gutom hindi nakakapagtrabaho ng maayos.
Yeah,
So, priority
that's
talaga
true.
natin 'yan, 'di ba? Kasi pag nagutom ang tiyan mo, magugutom din ang utak, walang laman, mahirap na.
Mm.
Hindi tayo
Correct.
makakapagtrabaho. So, yes, we do. To answer that question, we provide free meals for them per shift. Ha. Hindi naman tayo buffet line kasi hindi naman tayo charitable organization. Business pa rin tayo at the end of the day.
So just to recap it, Miramed provides ensure safety protocols. You
Yeah.
provide shuttle
Service.
service at pickup points, and you provide meals.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's
Everything
good.
that you can ask for, especially if you're new in the corporate world, di ba? Wala ka nang hihingin pa. Alagang-alaga.
That's right. That's right. All you needed to do is to just go to the website, look for the jobs,
Yeah,
and apply. And
yeah.
Paolo has shared the contact numbers as well. I'm pretty sure you have Facebook page as well.
Yeah, yeah. You can go visit on the social media platforms of Miramed. All you have to do is type it in Miramed, Miramed, and then Philippines. You can look us up. You can even maybe comment if it's something that you want to share there. Maybe hit us up with an idea or anything in between, and we'll be more than welcome to address that and talk to you.
All
Diba?
right.
Ganun lang naman kadali yun eh.
Oh, Gail, you have
That's
questions
great
for
to know.
Paolo?
Yeah, kasi syempre, it's normal naman for some BPOs and call centers to have COVID cases. How are you able to
Mm,
handle such if you had cases last year or I don't know,
that's
maybe recently?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good question, ano, and it's a really pressing question as of this time kasi
Mm.
hindi natin maiiwasan na hindi mag-spread yung COVID. I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean na kapag ka BPO ka, exempted ka na for
Oh yeah,
COVID-19. Hindi naman namimili 'yun, eh, 'di ba? So
definitely.
lahat 'yan. Some of the protocols that we have in place, ano, parang what's the proper term? I think in Tagalog, the proper term is pinaigting namin yung contact tracing procedures namin. To us, that's very very important, eh, to find out where the source is and how we can nip it in the bud simula pa lang.
Mm-mm.
Ang nangyayari kasi kaya nagkakaroon ng contagion and the reason why it spreads out like wildfire ng mabilisan is because we don't know where the source is. So the health declaration forms are very, if I may use the term, very sacred to us, ano, at Miramed. That's why you
Mm.
have to say na kapag ka may sinat ka or may lagnat ka or you get a headache, masama yung pakiramdam mo, you have to tell us up front before we even expose you to other people.
Mm.
Like what I said, yung pinaigting na contact tracing, meron kaming mga teams na nakamonitor dyan always. Ano? And if you
Mm.
show
That's good.
telltale signs of being sick, immediately that's coordinated to our human resources team and they're given a heads up. Medyo hindi lang magandang pakinggan na parang red flag siya, no, sa HR, pero it's for your own good kasi mas
Mm.
maganda na yung kung may tamaan man ng isa, at least hindi isang dosena, 'di ba? Yun lang yun always. And we're very very protective of our people. Our employee engagement teams always send out reminders to drink plenty of fluids, take your regular vitamins, exercise, hindi pwedeng pagkagaling sa trabaho tulog because that's the common trend nowadays, with especially with BPO employees. Dahil nga pagod, kain, tapos tutulog. So we
True.
encourage them to live a healthy lifestyle, eat more greens, drink plenty of fluids, rest. Kapag ka weekend and rest day mo, talagang you need to rest because that's where you will get the energy all over again for the brand new week. So those simple reminders actually go a very, very long
Right.
way. And it's proven to work naman for
Right.
us. So thank God na nag-work siya.
That's good. That's good to know. Wow.
Mm-mm.
I think Miramed
Mm-mm.
is a safe, should I say, company to work with, 'di ba? Kasi talagang very strict kayo and you're really following the guidelines. So, don't forget mga kaibigan,
DJ
Miramed,
Gill
if
and
you need a job. Mhm.
Right.
DJ Gail and Marv, I'd also like to mention like a few bullet points lang if you would
Sure.
let me, if okay lang with you guys. Siguro kasi yung mga nakikinig sa atin, yung mga yung sa stream natin and the ones who are listening, they probably have a question in mind right now, like what's in it for me if I join Miramed, ano? Kasi
Mm.
parang free meal, tapos may transport, tapos
Mm-mm.
parang siguro bago to sa paningin ko or sa pandinig ko bilang an applicant. So I just want to give you a what's in it for you when you join Miramed. No? Just 5 quick bullet points in order for you to just find out more about who we are and what we do. So the first bullet point is that why choose Miramed is because for stability and a proven track record. No?
Okay.
Not many know, but our size right now, medyo trivial siya in number. It's not as big as the other giants out there when it comes to back processing offices or solutions. But the entire family of companies has 40 years of global presence. In the Philippines, it's close to 10 years na. 10 years pala, not only
Mm.
7, close to 10 years, surpassed multiple economic challenges. Like what
Mm.
I said, trivial in number, but strong in performance and guaranteed yan. Second bullet point is that we have the organizational resiliency. We have the adaptability and ever-changing business requirements. Sunod
Mm.
yan kami lahat. Kahit ano mangyari, we follow through, we follow suit. We have flexibility in workforce alterations. Ano? And that's a plus factor when you're looking for an organization to work with. We have the positive pressure ongoing, challenging the norm and upping the ante at all times. And we offer group and individual experiential learning. I think that's very, very important nowadays. Ha? When we say experiential learning, kailangan pagdaanan mo para matuto ka. It's not just read by the book or by the policy. Ano.
Yeah.
We also do peer-to-peer development. We put a premium on leadership and development, and also we have superior personal and personnel development through customized programs. And finally, eto na siguro yung kicker at ang magpapapilit sa'yo na bumisita sa website, we have a room for growth because
Right.
we're advocates of cross-posting via job fitting and we are an equal opportunity employer. So yun na ang dahilan na kailangan mong marinig para
Yeah.
mag-visit sa website at
I'm sure
tumawag.
you're also you also have a very good ano ba tawag dito benefits, 'di ba? Yung package. Kasi
Oh
syempre
yeah.
people are gonna ask HMO ba? Meron ba? Provided ba? Is it covered ba? Covered ba nila yung
Oh
COVID
yeah.
and other, 'di ba? Yun
Oh
din yung isa
yeah.
sa mga pinaka-importante, 'di ba?
Very,
Yung
very, very
benefits.
competitive. Very
That's good.
competitive package. I'm not gonna give you the details kasi that's the
Mhm.
trigger that you should come visit us or give us a call, di
And it
ba?
depends din
Pero,
naman kasi on the job, 'di ba? So hindi naman
oh
siya
yeah, yeah.
pare-pareho. And your
Yeah,
skills as well. So it's very
oh,
very
oh,
important. Yeah.
definitely, definitely. Yun.
Thank
So,
you, Paolo. Thank you,
you're
Paolo, for
welcome.
sharing all of
Thank
that. So,
you.
You're
guys,
very
I hope
welcome.
you would visit the website of Miramed Philippines. That's www.miramedgs.com, as well as the Facebook pages of Miramed, so that you'll get to learn about the job openings that are out there. I'm pretty sure it's so much,
Yeah,
close to 100, I suppose, at this point in time. So thank you,
Wow.
Pao, for sharing that
you're
tidbits.
welcome. You're very welcome.
All right. Now, Topher, I have a question for you. Uh,
Sige, good.
about that, you mentioned the clients that you have brought into Nexus
Mm-mm.
in the pandemic years. So, what are the types of jobs that they are looking for?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So thanks for that, Marvin. No, actually, most of the jobs there that was posted or shared by Imari are those positions. So it
Mm-hmm.
ranges from for let's start with healthcare. No, so most of our hiring actually, in fact, we're hiring about 500 nurses for one of our clients, PHRNs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're a hemodialysis company. No,
Mm-hmm.
and yun, that's one. The mass hiring and volume hiring for about 500 nurses and for about 6 months.
Wow.
Um, we also have some clients, mostly in IT roles. So we closed
Okay.
tech giants actually in some of the clients that we closed. We closed one tech giant. And most of the hiring are developers, front end, back end, Azure, as mentioned by Imari, and then sales also, no, for most companies opening yan, sales and marketing, accounting. Those are the usual trends in terms of openings, no. What else am I seeing? We also have executive searches that are open, some of which are shared earlier as well. The VP for IT, head of health and safety. So
Mm.
yeah,
Right.
so in terms of range, in terms of industry, it's actually almost all encompassing. All companies, all industries are covered. But yeah, so just keep on checking our website. It was shared earlier, hcmnexus.com.
Right.
slash careers. And Marvin, if I'd like to share this lang na for those who are business owners here who would like to partner with us, no, with HM Nexus, if you have job openings, if you have requirements in terms of training, if you have also requirements in terms of your outsourced HR, you want us to help in terms of your payroll, you want us to do HR audits for your company to ensure you're compliant. We can also do webinars, particularly to in relation to mental health as mandated by DOLE last
Mm.
year. That was mandated last year. So we can also do webinars for you, private webinars or public webinars. We can do those services for you. So if you want to partner with us, I'd like to share our email address here. It's partnerships at HCM Nexus. Just send us an email and then we'll get back to you in terms of how we can partner in terms of helping you. Most of our clients are it's not just SMEs or small and medium-sized enterprises, but even MSMEs, startup companies who doesn't have HR policies, we can help you with those. Even companies that are already established and multinationals, they're reaching out and asking for help in terms of recruitment, outsourced HR, and of course training and org dev. So
That's
yun.
very
So
good.
sorry, pinlog ko lang. Pinlog
Right.
ko lang our services. No, if you want to partner with us, definitely just reach out.
And I
All
like
right.
your slogan there, creating value through people.
Sorry.
Because
Yeah.
Sorry.
whatever the company is, it is still about people.
Yes,
Even if it's a
Correct.
technology
Yes.
company, it's still about people.
that's
In
right.
Mhm.
relation to that, Topher or Emery, either of you or both of you could answer this one. What are the usual disconnect between a job seeker and a company? How is it that the company would say no and why to a particular job applicant? What's the
Yeah.
usual reason based on your experience?
Oo, ano nga ba?
Would you like to go first,
Ikaw,
Topher?
sige, ikaw na, Marie, and then I'll answer.
I'll be basing this lang on my experience, but meron akong mga nakausap before na super okay yung profile ni candidates and
Mm-hmm.
they have all the technical skills, ganun, or hard skills that they need for the job. However, yung mindset nila for the work, hindi daw sila
Mm.
same as the goal ng company. So, like as mentioned before, I think important din yung essential skills talaga.
Mm-hmm.
They have to see na may motivation ka to work, lalo na ngayong may pandemic. Kasi, syempre,
Mm-mm.
hindi maiwasan na demotivated yung feeling natin right now, na lalo na stuck tayo sa bahay.
Yeah.
So, you have to see your motivation to work and that you want to serve the people na sinuserve ng company mismo. So, you have the same goal at the end. Aside from that, syempre, um, yung mga nakikita ko kasi ngayon sa mga opportunities is yung communication skills nila is something na important sa every position since ngayon kasi everything is done online. So most of the companies are working from home. So isang core competency yung communication since you would have to communicate ng maayos dun sa company mo if kunyari may hindi ka naiintindihan na description dun sa gagawin mo. And kailangan din you have a strong comprehension. Like, may intindihan mo agad yung kailangan mong gawin and may execute mo siya ng maayos.
Right.
So, I think that's one of the usually disconnect nila kasi more on miscommunications talaga.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Siguro
Marvin?
just to add to
Okay,
that,
sige,
no,
go ahead.
in terms of disconnect in terms of yung skills and an attitude, siguro again yung willingness to learn also, no, kasi sometimes yun nga, you don't have the hard skills, you don't have the technical skills to do the job, but if you have the mindset, the right mindset, no, as shared earlier, you're showing your eagerness to learn
Yeah.
the process, mapipick up yun ng interviewer or particularly
Right.
the hiring company or manager na
Correct.
mafe-feel nila yun yung energy mo, enthusiasm in terms of your willingness to learn and eagerness to learn. So yun, that's something that I'd like to add siguro for some of the candidates na nafe-feel
Yeah.
in terms of interviews. Yun, just show your positive side in terms of your eagerness, as I mentioned.
Yeah,
All right.
that's really true. Yeah, Marvin, should I read the questions from
Yes,
Melton?
please.
Yung last
Yeah.
four questions. Okay, this is the second question. how do we position ourselves, assuming that we from a technical school versus the fresh grad from prestigious schools? So, siguro ang tinatanong niya dito yung kung ano yung edge, or kung ano yung mga chances nila of being hired if you're coming from technical schools or hindi masyadong kilalang schools versus from, mga prestigious schools talaga na, kilala talaga.
All right.
Siguro yun yung gusto niya itanong.
I could answer that, or does any one of our guests would want to answer first?
You go ahead.
Ako siguro I would say at this point in time, parang both have advantages kasi when you look for work. It's a matter of really showing enough gratitude towards the opportunity. And when I say it's towards enough gratitude, parang when you're given that shot to apply for a job, walang advantage kung anong school ka manggagaling because that's not what companies are looking for right now. Although yes, kailangan yung mga technical skills. Siguro may edge ka kung advanced ka na sa Microsoft Excel or any other technical platform that you use at work. Pero kasi when you have the willingness to learn and when you have the ability to accept constructive feedback or new training styles or combine traditional and non-traditional ways of doing the work, parang sobrang liit nung bearing nung schools,
Right.
no?
Uh-uh.
Kasi yung ano naman natin, yung mga pinag-aralan natin is the same regardless of the facility. Well, siguro mas maganda yung facility ng mga prestigious schools, pero it's basically the same set of information and the same set of knowledge and your ability to make sure na nare-retain mo yung information na yun.
Right.
I mean, hindi lang siguro ganun ka-clear yung pagkaka-explain ko, pero if you ask me talaga, your openness and your ability to acquire information, whether it's at your own pace or a pace that's dictated by the job that you are applying for, sobrang mamimit mo pa rin eh. Mamimit mo pa
True.
rin yung standards ng application eh.
So just to add to that, so between a technical school, which Melton has mentioned, and a more famous school, which he is supposed to be comparing his school with, the applicant who gets the job is the one who apply. Ganun lang yun kasimple. Take the first step and apply. It doesn't really matter which school. There are certain jobs that a particular school, a graduate of a particular school would want to. There are certain jobs that a graduate of a particular school would not want to, but you get the job simply by applying first. And that's where it should be. The problem with that, I know Melton, the intention is good, but the usual problem that we have is we are not yet there, but we already consider ourselves as a failure. If you're going to apply and then in your mindset, someone from UP, someone from Ateneo would also be applying, I will lose to that person. Chances are you will, because you already in your mind are losing. So have that positive attitude in applying. Again, as Paulo has mentioned, we all have the same knowledge, the same kind of teacher. It's up to us on how we're able to really apply that knowledge. It's up to us on how we're really able to listen to our teachers.
Right.
It's not about the school. It's about you as a learner. Are you really able to learn?
Yeah.
Parang nagsisircle back yan, Marv, doon sa sinabi ni Imari kanina na essential skills are very, very important. Confidence is actually a part of essential skill. Diba?
Yeah.
Kung at that stage of application or hiring pa lang, medyo hindi ka na confident sa sarili mo, medyo we're lacking a skill there, diba?
Yeah.
So,
Ako, I
kailangan
wanna
mo i-build
add
up
lang
yun.
to that kasi I've been an HR din for several years and I've been an applicant for several years as well. Ako, what I always do, I'm always honest whenever I apply. Yun talaga yung lagi kong dala. Honest, bakit honest? Kasi may mga jobs ako in-applyan na hindi ko talaga siya kayang gawin but I really needed the job. So I'm just honest to the HR kung sino may nag-interview. I don't have the skills but I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to
Right.
undergo training. Yun lang yun eh kasi wala naman sa edad yan eh. Pag narinig naman kasi nila at makikita nila sincere ka, they will definitely give you a chance.
At saka malalaman nila yan kapag you are bluffing your way to it. Malalaman niya ng interviewer. Like in my case, if I am going to interview you, I would know.
Yeah,
Especially if
diba?
going to apply to a type of job that I've done in the past, so
Yeah,
you don't get to
definitely.
bluff your way. So better
Oo.
be honest. The recruiter would appreciate it. And if you, in case you are not yet qualified to the type of job that you're applying, chances
Yeah.
are you will be put into another job, which the
Right.
recruiter think you could, possibly
Fit
do.
in. Yeah. Oo. You just have to be honest. Huwag niyo sabihin na magaling kayo dito tas hindi pala dahil pag pinagawa sa inyo yun, hindi niyo kayang gawin. Kayo rin
Ikaw din yung
mapapahiya, di
mahihirapan.
ba? So, just, just tell the truth na pag undergraduate kayo, just say so. Huwag na kayong mameke ng TOR kasi mahirap yun. Malalaman at malalaman pa rin nila yun. So, that's very important. And of course,
Sabi
you
nga
just
nito,
really have to be nice.
Stephen Covey, di ba? Begin with an
Mm.
end in mind.
Yeah, that's really true. So, yun lang.
Start
Hindi,
with having a winner's mindset. Wag yung laging, hindi ko kaya to, talo ako dito, mas magaling si ganito, si
oo,
ganyan.
that's right. Hindi
Wag
nyo
ganun.
kailangan magpa-impress lagi na sobrang ganda ng bihis. Hindi na kailangan ganun. Kung wala talagang may susuot, basta disente lang malinis,
Oo,
ayos na
basta
yun.
depende.
Oo,
Totoo.
tsaka pag naligo lang, okay na yun. Third
Tama.
question,
Siguro I'll share
guys.
I'll share one lang regarding sa mga applicants, no. I think it's a
Mm,
numbers game also.
Yeah.
mm,
In relation to siguro my background also in sales, no.
mm,
If you want to close a client, let's say for example, you have to talk to about 20 clients to
mm.
close one client. Similarly for applicants also, you have to apply to a certain number of jobs, no? Para maka-interview ka. From that interview, mafa-funnel pa yan. From that interview, ilan yung papasok ka sa second interview or may
Mhm.
examination pa yan. So for me, yun nga, just keep on applying. Apply ka lang ng apply. And your numbers will definitely get there.
Yeah,
Makukuha mo rin yung position that you're applying for. So
true.
kung, if you get declined for a position that you're applying for, don't feel bad. Kasi
Yeah,
the right job will come for you. Yeah, you'll get the right job for you.
yeah, that's true. Ganun lang siya. Three more questions from Melton. Number 3, is there a history behind the tatawagan ka na lang namin, ending tatawanan na lang ata kami? Why not say it directly na, hey, di ka tanggap, kulang ka sa ganito, ganyan, para hindi rin magkakaroon ng false hopes? Yung ibang companies kasi ganun eh. We're gonna call you, tawagan ka namin, and then
And that is
ending wala.
something that's bad. I hope companies would not do that kind of practice.
Mm,
It's unprofessional.
okay.
If you say that you'll be giving feedback, you have to give feedback to that person. They deserve it. Because they're the ones who apply. You actually ask them to apply to your company. And if you're a recruiter, um,
Mm,
it's better that somebody's applying to you kesa sa wala, 'di ba? So
mm,
in your own way, you have to give feedback
yeah,
as to the person, and they deserve it kasi if you don't get to have the job, at least tell them the reason why so that they could
yeah,
work on it. This is my appeal to all the recruiters out there, or whoever is
right,
the hiring managers, to all companies. Please provide feedback.
yeah,
Kasi 'di ba, kayo naman mismo ayaw niyo nang ini-ignore kayo, 'di ba? So better naman na mag-provide din kayo ng whatever it is, kasi para rin matuto yung tao kung paano pa yung dapat niyang i-improve.
yeah,
Para sa inyo rin 'yon, 'di ba? I mean, they would appreciate it better. I mean, the world is round. You don't know, the person that you neglected might turn out something big in the future, and that person could become your client. You see,
that's
um,
true.
That's
have that kind of professionalism to give feedback to others.
Yeah. Kasi ako experienced that eh. Way back when I applied, oh, tatawagan na lang ikaw, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos wala.
Mhm.
When you follow up, wala na. Dead man na. So, kaya
You keep
siguro yung iba,
fighting.
takot na rin mag-apply because of that experience. Another question, when is the perfect time to use a biodata, resume, CV, and portfolio? So, ibig sabihin niya siguro what are the differences among these terms? Biodata, resume, CV, and portfolio.
Okay. I could provide my 2 cents. It depends on the type of job that you're applying. A portfolio would entail, it depends if you're an architect, if you're an artist, or you would have to show your portfolio. What are the jobs or the projects that you have accomplished? The portfolio cannot be put into a resume because a portfolio needed to be seen. That's why it's a portfolio. A biodata, it depends on what is the company is asking for. Normally in the Philippines, biodata and resume is and CV are practically on the same page. It depends on which company, but the most common will be the resume. And CV, there is a technical definition for that one. It really boils down into the curriculum vitae, which is what have you studied in college and all of that. The most accurate term to use is actually resume,
Resume.
not
Oo.
CV.
Oo.
That if you use the word CV, it doesn't make you more intelligent than the rest because you're using a more complicated term. Because the truth is, I would appreciate it if the hiring manager,
Mm.
label it as a resume because it is a resume. It is not a CV. A
Okay.
CV would have your educational background and all the details.
The
That's why it's curriculum,
details. Oo.
right? So
Yeah.
the resume is your job experience.
Yep.
Use the resume instead of CV.
Okay. All right.
Biodata, probably that could be used um, for a certain type of job, probably more physical type of job. Uh,
Oo.
Basically, the less complex as compared to the others.
Right.
But companies would prefer to use resume.
Okay. Yeah.
I got asked that, Marv, one time. I got asked that very same question. So I
Mhm.
hope you don't mind seeing it lang ako ng konti. Someone asked me also the differences amongst the three. And I had
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
do my own research about it kasi kahit ako parang na-stun ako eh. Sabi ko, oo nga no, bakit hindi ko alam kung anong diferensya ng tatlong yun. So you're actually spot on and correct with the differences, di ba? So resume is primarily a summary of everything. Tapos yung CV or curriculum vitae naman is
With
parang
details.
kumbaga parang ano yun eh, professional experience, ano?
Yeah.
It's the
That's
course of your
usually what we
life.
see on LinkedIn, 'di ba? Yung may mga
Oo.
talagang CV talaga siya kasi may mga
Oo.
details.
And for
Yeah.
the life of me, I'm not so sure kung may gumagamit pa ng biodata ngayon. Meron pa ba? But
I
biodata is
think
more
meron pa yung mga siguro sa construction workers
uh,
to fill up a biodata, yung ganon.
O kasi
It's
mahirap
fillable eh.
naman magpagawa sa kanila ng resume, 'di ba? It would be
No,
hard
kasi
for them
gagastos
eh.
sila.
yeah.
Gagastos
Oo.
pa sila. Piprint pa sila.
So
Right.
the
So, better.
biodata is more in the personal aspect lang, ano, not necessarily on the work experience.
Yeah,
Right.
depends on the job. Okay. And then the last question from Melton is, does look really matter? I'm skilled, yet they want a good-looking person. Minsan, welder lang naman ang ina-applyan ko. So, may mga ganong pagkakataon. I think, sa akin naman dito, may mga companies talaga na kailangan talaga nila yung ganong qualifications. Kasi ako, I came from this prestigious company. Kailangan talaga nila ng ganon. Kasi, kumbaga, yun yung trabaho nila eh. Kailangan frontliners nila. Mga good looking. I'm not saying that I'm one of those, pero syempre, swerte lang siguro na napasama ako sa ganong company. Pero, I think not all naman, 'di ba, are looking for those kind of qualifications. Lalo sa BPO or call centers, hindi naman kailangan na super, artistahin ang dating, 'di ba, guys?
Correct.
Hindi
Basta
naman,
naliligo lang, okay na
oh,
kami.
yeah.
'Di ba?
Ito
'Di
nga.
ba?
Kailangan din naman yung
Let's
talaga.
look at it this way. All things being equal, the one who gets the job is the one who is more presentable. Let's be honest about that. I mean, hindi ko sinasabi na yung gwapo at maganda makakakuha ng trabaho. Hindi ganon.
Trabaho. Oo.
Kung sino yung matino na i-presenta yung sarili niya, gwapo ka
Mm.
nga, ang lukot-lukot naman ng damit mo, ang
Mm.
sloppy mo naman, as
Mm.
compared to that someone who is more professional looking.
Oo.
That's
Oo.
the one who gets to have the job. Kasi ganito, i-interviewin ka, gwapo ka, dadaanin mo sa ngiti, how can
Walang
you do that?
masabi.
Di ba?
Yeah. Right.
But all things being equal, yun na nga, the one who is more presentable, I'll be hiring the one who is able to present himself better because
Mm.
that person is representing my company. And I want him to show the best of himself to my client.
Right.
Doesn't have to be na dapat gwapo ka,
Just
but
present.
dapat marunong ka.
Mm.
Yun, ganun lang siya kasimple.
Yeah. Yeah,
How
kasi
about
may
you guys?
mga
What is your thought on that?
yeah. Kasi may 'di ba may ano naman it's very true rin naman talaga na first impression lasts, 'di ba? Pero hindi, it doesn't apply naman to everything, 'di ba? First impression ibig sabihin, syempre pag makita ka ng client, uy, maayos tong mga employees from Miramed or from HM Nexus, 'di ba? I mean, mapagkakatiwalaan sila. We can really entrust our business to them. So, alangan
Right.
naman makita ka na, Diyos ko Lord naman, 'di ba? Ang dami mong kung ano-ano sa katawan, 'di ba? Tapos syempre, sa Miramed ka na, tapos may dumating na kliyente. Ano ba yan? Ba't gano'n na empleyado nyo? Ganito ba culture nyo? 'Di ba? So,
Mm.
we're not naman judgmental, pero kailangan talaga sa ganitong klaseng work, we just really have to present ourselves well. At least
Yung
clean,
proper
di ba?
hygiene.
O,
Proper
proper
hygiene.
hygiene, clean looking. Again, hindi kailangan super gwapo, hindi kailangan super ganda. Di ba?
Saka
Basta
it can
malinis lang.
also affect the work performance kasi, 'di ba? If
Mm,
you look good, you feel good, you do your
yeah,
work well, 'di ba? Parang
that's
kinalaman
right.
din 'yun sa pagtrabaho.
Oo, that's true.
All
At saka
right.
wala namang pangit, di ba? Depende lang sa sarili mo
Totoo
yun eh.
yan.
Di
Totoo yan.
ba?
Wala
Kung
naman
ganun.
talagang pangit eh. If you're able to just present yourself well,
Yeah,
wala,
yeah.
wala. Totoo yun. It's not, you know, just because we're saying. Pero I sincerely believe that. Wala naman talagang pangit.
Yeah, nasa paniniwala mo lang talaga
Siguro,
yan sa sarili eh, 'di ba?
Hmm.
and siguro
So,
just to add to that, no, I think most common values na of most companies, equal opportunity employer na tayo eh. Halos
mm,
Right.
lahat ng companies right now. So kung company mo is looks into the looks pa din, no, looking for that, medyo kailangan hanap ka na lang ng iba if ever na
Yeah.
that
mm.
fits to your skill set.
Although may mga companies kasi talaga kailangan nila gano'n. Like for example lang, ito for example, most kasi like syempre mga casinos, 'di ba? Hotels and casinos. Kasi kailangan nila 'yon eh kasi mga frontliners nila. Lalo na sa casino pag mga dealers ka, they're really looking at your hands. Kasi kailangan talaga nila isa sa mga qualifications 'yun kasi nagdi-deal ka ng mga cards and all. So, yun. Pero hindi naman kasi lahat ng companies ganun. So, depende lang. Kung sa tingin mo naman hindi ka qualified for that, huwag mo na i-push yung sarili mo. Marami pa
Mhm.
namang iba diyan, 'di ba?
Guys, it doesn't mean for you to become successful, you have to be good looking. Look at Jack
Mm.
Ma. I mean, no offense, but he's not
Okay.
most
Right.
standards, right? But
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
one of the richest man in the world, most successful businessman in the world, di ba?
Yeah, true.
It's the right attitude that will keep you ahead with the others.
Mm. That's
Yun
true.
lang talaga, ugali and
Mm.
proper presentation of themselves. So, we've been talking for the last 2 hours.
Kulang
The
nga
show
eh.
is
Sarap eh.
supposed to run for just an hour, but well, the conversation was very good. So, but we
Yeah.
have to end it somehow. If there's no more questions, I would give the floor to Paolo, to Emery, and to Topher for their last message to our audience.
Yeah, yeah.
Pao?
Okay, sige, so mauna na ako. First of all, I want to thank DJ Gail, Sir Marvin. Thank you very much for having me on the program. Very, very blessed to have been given this opportunity to promote Miramed Philippines Group. I hope you come visit our website, www.miramedgs.com. Napakaraming opportunities that are waiting for you guys. Just give us a call or come visit us in the office. Just always remember, hindi naman kami naghahanap ng poging-pogi or magandang-maganda. Hindi rin kami naghahanap ng pangit na pangit talaga. Like what Topher mentioned kanina, equal opportunity employment is something that's really big nowadays. But we're looking for the attitude that's correct, together with the mindset, because the skills we can train that in. The skill sets we can train that, we can teach that. Pero if you don't have the proper mindset, medyo doon tayo mahihirapan. So
Mm.
come with an open mind and an open heart and be very, very grateful for the opportunity that you've been given. Remember, there are tons of people who lost their jobs because of the pandemic. But here's an organization that I represent right now, and we're giving you the opportunity to come join our family of companies. It is a great way to begin a new career after the pandemic. Again, thank you to Hit Radio. I had a lot of learnings from Topher and Imari, Marvin, and DJ Gil. Maraming salamat. I hope this is not the last.
Of
Sobrang
course.
enjoy. Sobrang enjoy
Syempre,
na enjoy ako.
weekly ka na. Weekly na
This
kayo
is
dito.
Good Vibes Sunday. This is basically chill conversation.
Ang galing.
Yes.
But
Sobrang good vibes talaga. Sobrang good vibes. Thank you so much. A great way to begin a new week.
all
Yeah,
right.
thank you, Paolo. Thank you so much.
Emery?
Okay, I would like to thank DJ Gail and DJ Marvin for this opportunity. In-plug ko lang yung HCM Nexus, so you can visit our career page at www.hcmnexus.com/careers, or send your resume to jobs@hcmnexus.com. I'm really blessed ngayong pandemic since I have a stable job. So,
Wow.
like how HCM Nexus helped me, we want to help you then. Look for an
Right.
opportunity that's perfect for you.
That's great. Thank you so
Wow.
much. Woo,
That's very nice,
grabe.
Mary. That's
Sarap
very
naman nun.
closing. All
Right.
right.
And
Topher?
then siguro lastly for me, no, I hope you learned a lot from the insights that I shared earlier in the statistics, no. And siguro just the tip for the job seekers, as mentioned earlier, just keep on trying, Just keep on trying. Sabi nga for Dory, no, just keep swimming. So continue lang, continue lang. Don't feel bad if hindi kayo makuha sa job that you're applying for.
Yeah,
The right job will come to you.
True.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
Thank you.
right. So
And
that
thank you again to DJ Gail and of course Marvin, no, for having me
Thank
here,
you.
and Marie and Paolo. No,
feel
I
free to come
enjoyed this
back.
talk.
Just message me anytime if you want
Oo
to
nga.
talk
Thank you.
again.
Super talaga. Grabe ang saya. Thank you to for Emery and of course Paolo. We really, had a great time. Super, super good vibes. And I hope that we were able to help Marvin then, you know, feel better. 'Di ba? Kasi good vibes.
Yeah,
Kasi,
you
Yeah.
did. You
oo,
did.
kasi
I
alam
love
mo,
the conversation.
yeah, kasi 'di ba yung happy, ano ba tawag, happy hormones, 'di ba?
Uh,
Nakakatulong talaga 'yun sa pagpapagaling. Doc Mikey actually taught me that.
Especially if
So,
you're talking with positivity, it really
true.
brightens up the mood.
Correct, correct. I experienced that. Nilagnat ako, kinausap lang ako ni Doc Mikey, pinatawa lang ako ng pinatawa, may wala na akong lagnat. So it's definitely true. Hi muna to Mike Lagorja Datuin. Mabuhay. Yes, mabuhay. Mike, thank you very much. Belinda Abasula, Melton John, thank you so much. Haris Giapar Baragir, thank you very much as well. Philippine Online Games Group, maraming salamat sa inyong suporta. Lorna Suryo, Norni Alcantara, and to all of you who were watching since 5 o'clock this afternoon, maraming salamat, and we hope we were able to give you jobs. Please refer Miramed and HM Nexus to your family and friends who are also looking for jobs, especially sa healthcare industry, sa IT, accounting, and sales, and a lot more. So, yun. Thank
Okay.
you
So
again.
for the last 2 hours, we've discussed about jobs and how to get those jobs. And these are
Yes.
not basically lip service. These are coming from actual recruiters themselves, and they have shared with you
Right.
tips, really helpful tips on how to land that particular job. This is not just something that you read about or Googled about, but this is something that they've shared from actual experience. Again, all you need to do is to just apply, take that necessary one step to begin that landing that kind of career that you want.
Mm-mm.
So once again, this is Marvin and Gail for Good Vibes Sunday. We've had a ton of laughter and good vibes this afternoon for the last 2 hours. Thank you for tuning in. And we hope to see you again next week. We
Next
will be
week,
discussing
yes. Anong topic natin next week?
financial wellness.
Oh, wow, that's nice. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. Oh,
All
okay,
right.
okay,
Thank
okay.
you, everyone. Have a good Sunday evening and enjoy the rest of the Sunday, and keep safe and stay at home if you can.
Yes,
All right.
please.
Thank you. Tama ba
Yeah,
yun?
and
Ganyan ba yung sa Korean?
Bye.
Ganyan ba
oh
yun?
Yes.
nga eh. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Marvin. And don't forget, guys, to always stay safe. Follow natin IATF guidelines. Like in Cavite, it's going to be GCQ starting tomorrow. But please don't panic. Just read yung post ng ating mayor and governors para po guided tayong lahat. Alright? So don't panic. Please stay at home. Huwag kayong magalit dahil baka atakihin kayo sa puso. Alright? So,
All right. Bye-bye.
yeah, bye guys. And I'd love to leave a Bible
Thank
verse
you,
from
everyone.
1 Thessalonians 5:16-18, which says,
Okay.
rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances. Goodbye, everyone. Good Vibes
Goodbye. See you again
Sunday.
next week.
See you
Goodbye,
tomorrow,
Sunday.
pal, of Mondays, 5 to 7 p.m. here on Hit Radio 100.7 online. Bye. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Ingat. Bye-bye.
Bye!
Thank you, Marvin. Thank you. Bye-bye.
nagkakantahan. Hapunan ko'y almusal, nakahanda na ang baon, lang ay dasal na ika'y umuwi ng maayos, habang ako naman ay papunta sa trabaho. Tiyak malamig na ang kwarto, ang jacket ko'y nasaan? Naman ba't yun pa ang nakalimutan? Ako'y naiisip pa, kahit minsan naaalala mo pa. Pag ika'y komportable, nakapadyama, kailan ulit magkikita? Kailan kaya muli? Kahit konting sandali, alam mo ba na baliktad man ang ating araw at gabi, ayos sana kung ikaw ay katabi. Sa dinami-dami ng tawag, sana ikaw na lang, kahit alam kong tulog ka na lang mahimbing. Ako'y naiisip pa, pag ikaw ay nag-isa, kahit minsan naaalala mo pa. Pag ika'y komportable, nakapadyama, kailan ulit magkikita? Baliktad man ang ating araw at gabi, ayos sana kung ikaw ay katabi. Sa dinami-dami ng tawag, sana ikaw na lang, kahit alam kong tulog ka na lang mahimbing. Baliktad man ang ating araw at gabi, ayos sana kung ikaw ay katabi. Sa dinami-dami ng tawag, sana ikaw na lang, kahit alam kong tulog ka na lang mahimbing. Why can't you believe me when I try to tell ya you're the only one I adore?
So you think I'm crazy if I don't believe you when you know I've heard it before.
I've never strayed, I've always been here for always. And you know it's true. If you told me once, then I told you twice. I only want to be with you forever. And nothing's changed, so why not sit for a minute? There's really nothing to it. Just give me a chance to explain.
If all the ifs and buts were simply candy and nuts, you'd probably think they're all
it's only you. If you told me once, then I told you twice. I only want to be with you forever. And nothing's changed, so why do we play silly games? Why do we always find a way to anger each other each time when there is no one else but you? When times went bad, we had our love to lean on. Shouldn't that be enough to carry us through? You know that I will always be here forever, and you know that's true. If you told me once, then I told you twice. All I wanted was just to be with you. And nothing's changed, so why do we play silly games? Why do we always find a way to anger each other each time when there is no one else but you? Why can't you believe me? Tell me that you love me. All I ever wanted was to help you
this is Joe Coy, and you are now listening to Moral Beats.
Hirap sa salapi, pero nitong iaangat di nyo ito magagapi. Kahit sino ang iarap, Pilipinas isigaw nating lahat. Ilocano to usog, Maranao at iba pa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, dugo namin ay iisa. Nag-aalam na puso, umapit sa dugong pula. Kapag Pinoy nagsani pwersa ay malabong matusta. Walang nakakagapi, walang sinong umapi. Dahil gaya namin kayo sa utak ano hindi. Bungad parating ngiti, kahit galing sa higbi. Kapag natalo ang pambato, lahat ay kakampi. Kaya mabuhay ang Pinoy at bandila itaas. Iwagayway noong matawad at sigaw ng malakas. Na tayo ay Pinoy at mauhusay na likas. Na kaya natin patunayan na kaya din ng Pinas. We got the same with politeness, more weight but ultra entices. This more menacing, no joke with our resources you can show. Carrying excess of blood, heavier than Manny's punch. We'll put you down in a second, swinging that kind of punch. Bunch of Morris, indigenous, rich in heritage and culture. Trying to profit up this hands for profit money, making treasure all demands from golden mines. You trying to take what's mine, we make them up with these hands. Ain't no need to make demands, we gotta take back what's ours. Filipinos take a stand. The yellow sun rises. We get up to fight the battles, daily struggles. No matter if you're pushing carts on the streets, sweeping for a fee. Some of us working hard to get a degree. We got loved ones to feed. We cry, but it don't mean that we weak. Face to face, wipe the tears on the cheeks. Move on with life and work another week. All of these morals born brave, so you will never see us caving in. Families and friends supporting us through thick and thin. The happiness and pure smiles, everyone just keeps them going. Because that's when passion starts blazing. Peace is what brings us together, even if it means a weather. We will gather to see each other, whatever color. We do it for the culture. Watch us raise the flag, standing high as we shout. Pinoys are here, speaking loud and proud. Moral beats controlling the crowd.
Hey, this is Joe Coy, and you are now listening to Moral Beats.
Another fucking crazy ass Pinoy! Another fucking crazy ass Pinoy! Another fucking crazy ass Pinoy!
May bagong virus na kumakalat ngayon at naaalarma ang buong nation. Para di daw mahawa, ito ang solusyon. Kaya sundin mabuti tong instructions. Maghugas ng kamay para virus mamatay. Iwasan ding humawak sa mouth, nose at eyes para COVID-19 hindi na makapuksa. Mag-face mask at mag-alcohol mayat maya. Maghugas ng kamay para virus mamatay. Iwasan ding humawak sa mouth, nose at eyes para COVID-19 hindi na makapuksa. Mag-face mask at mag-alcohol mayat maya. Ang virus ay nakamamatay, kaya makinig, wag pasaway. Stay sa bahay, wag nang gumala. Kung ayaw mong ikay mahawa, mag-face mask kung lalabas. Mag-vitamin C ng madalas at umiwas sa mga matatao. Mag-alcohol para sigurado. Maghugas ng kamay para virus mamatay. Iwasan ding humawak sa mouth, nose at eyes para COVID-19 hindi na makapuksa. Mag-face mask at mag-alcohol mayat maya. Maghugas ng kamay para virus mamatay. Iwasan ding humawak sa mouth, nose at eyes para COVID-19 hindi na makapuksa. Mag-face mask
If it is too loud, you're too old. Radio 100.7. From the capital city of the Philippines. On air and online. On air and online. The station that plays the biggest hits. This is Manila's Radio 100.7.